Hey man, everybody and everything is fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying, bro? I wanna know. I don't know. Fuck. I got a fucking. I got a fucking early bird harassment warning and shit. As soon as I fucking open my eyes, somebody's just talking shit to me like, fucking all of my fucking ear, all of my fucking eye socket and shit, just blah blah fucking blah. Somebody who I don't know. Just whatever the most negative shit it is that they can find to fucking say to me at the time and shit like that. I don't know if they're trying to inspire me or motivate me, but they just motivate me to want to find them, seek them out, and find out where the fuck they at, so I can fucking change the way they look. You know what I'm saying? And I really fucking hate to say this, man, but all of you motherfuckers are fake as fuck. Everybody. I don't, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Yeah, man. I think you're gonna have to be wiped out. I don't know. I'm just looking at this shit. And look, I'm closing my eyes. I'm looking at this shit. Whatever the fuck this is. Different things come pay me visits or whatever. The only thing that bothers me is it's really fucking hindering the way I rap. I don't give a fuck about a demon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of you niggas. I'm not worried about none of them motherfuckers like that, man. Appear before me so I can figure out how the fuck I'm gonna react. I'd rather do that. I'd rather fucking sit here and look and stare at you until you fucking materialize. Then we go find out who the fuck the tough guy is. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. Who the fuck you talking to? You know? Shit's crazy, man. I'm watching these motherfuckers on the internet. I'm like, dog, why the fuck would I want to be a part of this shit? I need to listen to DMX more. You know what I'm saying? What am I rushing? What am I rushing to do? Where the fuck am I rushing to go? Y'all some fake ass motherfuckers, man. I'd hurt one of you niggas, man. Fake ass shit y'all be doing, man. This all that. And then I'm looking at this fucking video of Doja Cat in the goddamn club. You know, I like her and shit, man, but look. And, just, I guess that's appropriate behavior for whatever fucking your talent and your motherfucking artistry and shit, how you act. But that shit trifling, bro. Like not trifling, but like, what I want to say. Okay, she walking inside this club in France or whatever. That's dope. But you get all these fake ass motherfuckers around. And I'm looking at, you know, uh, like, okay, she walk in there, she look good. She in there, but she in there, and then she get the fucking drinking and doing whatever the fucking else it is she doing. And that's her way of lighting up. But then motherfuckers get that glazed over look in their eye, and now she dancing and shit, and she got that phone in her hand talking about my throat's bored. Okay, look, it's funny. And the man, the actual man part of me is like, okay, but then even that shit kind of disgusted, you know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I like bitches with class, you know what I'm saying? But I think she got class. But I also have seen her laying in front of a webcam smelling her fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Try to be slick about it real quick and try to, you know what I'm saying, right quick. Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck was you doing, bro? But that made me wonder, like, what the fuck was you getting high on? You know what I'm saying? I probably know already, you know what I'm saying? But that's cool and all that shit like that. But, no, they're not. None of my endeavors are dependent upon what? My fucking future endeavors are always dependent upon my honesty and brazenness. Fuck is you talking about? What the fuck you gonna do about me? Nigga, you need to be talking to the wrong motherfucker. Like, man, where the fuck you think you at? What, man? I'll come where the fuck you at, man. For real. Like, how the fuck did you get in here? I get in everywhere, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Ask anybody. I'm fucking everywhere. Anyway, so, yeah, but then, but no, I'm looking at it like, right, so look, this is the only way I see it. She's sitting there like, all right, but she dancing and shit, right? But motherfuckers moonlight at you. You know what I'm saying? You get all that shit in you, especially when you got a brain and an intellect like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a woman like that and you have spiritual prowess like that and you do shit like that, you become uncentered. You kind of, we all know what it is. When you know what it is, you literally give yourself over to whatever spirits that you are. Because you're a vessel of spirit shit, right? My only thing is, and this is not no jealous shit either. I know the first thing they would think is this is some envious shit because I got a crush on her and shit, but it's not about that. What it is like, I'm looking at all the people around her and shit. So she doing all that shit and she looking around. I know women and shit, but she got that looking around and she looking for a dick to suck in that motherfucker, right? But I mean, I guess but I guess I want to believe that she's just a really good actor and shit. Like she's just really good at fucking doing shit for advertisement, you know, and then motherfuckers be looking at whatever and shit like that. But I see her as like a fucking I've seen so many fucking powerful just dope shit, like, you know. It's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? But where the fuck is Cruella DeVille at? Where's the fucking suit designer and shit? Where's that at? You know what I mean? But I mean, you're allowed to be who you are. I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't like no nobody to you anyway. Unless you know, then, and you know what I'm saying? And you know what time. But look, but so fucking But yeah, man, I see this goofy ass nigga next to her, right? But he just kind of lingering near her and shit. All I see is a bunch of unhappy people. I see motherfuckers that's worried about other shit, who half in the zone, half out all the time and shit, running around, part zombie, part not, fucking clumped together in this tight ass space, talking about what they have, and you picking amongst that crowd of people, I guess, and shit, because that's who you're around, but nobody's authentic for real, but they all kind of pretend to be authentic, but they're really good at pretending to be sincere, but they're really not and shit. They all trying to fucking get a part of you, but you don't really have much to give them, you know what I'm saying? And I just see the face, all these niggas getting put their jewelry on and they fucking t-shirts and all that shit, and they all dressed wrong for the fucking occasion. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really dressed the right motherfucking way. Nobody has the etiquette or fucking even the conversation to really even be in a fucking place like that. But then again, is that the place you want? I don't know. I don't know. I just, you know, if I was in fucking France, that's not where I would be. You know what I'm saying? If it, where the fuck is the Circus Soleil shit? Where the fuck is, you know, something different than that, you know? It's just so fake, bro. All the people look fucking unhappy, man. People just look, they look empty, dog. They look like, they don't even look like they really there. They just kind of fucking, and they, yeah. And then I guarantee you when a real nigga come around, they just fucking sit there and envy and you know, do little shit like, you know, motherfucker, do some shit like key your motherfucking car outside or, you know what I'm saying? Put a dirty bug in somebody's ear about you. Like, I just see a lot of that. And that shit just makes me want to stay the fuck away from you people. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just, yo, man, and I don't, you know, like, yo, man, I get tired of fucking being a fucking doppelganger all the goddamn time, but two-faced in a way, you know what I'm saying? Not two-faced, two-faced, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, but stop trying to be nigga. Like, I don't know what all that is, bro. You're not with it for real, you know what I'm saying? And I know you thinking about something else. I don't know what it is you thinking about, just because you're very worldly and shit. You three-dimensional shit. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about inevitability, my man. Immortality. All that shit. I'm talking about everything. Essence. Infinite. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. You ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, shit like that. But then you really are a gold. Be proud, I guess. Niggas share the same consciousness. Same brain. Hit you in the fucking head. You know? And then she looking like motherfucker, she get high and turn into a slut. You know what I'm saying? But where the fuck? So it's made me wonder, like, yo, so you make all this money, you get your ass up here and shit like that, and then you still stack up this way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no, I'm missing something. But that's what it kind of feels like. But hey, man, you don't want to put it out there. I'm just telling you my opinion based off of what I'm seeing. You know? Like, yo. But I mean, yeah, whatever, man. I guess, you know, you spending all your time being this way and shit, you gotta let loose sometimes and shit like that. But I mean, hey, yo, man, I'm fucking with some losers, dog. That's what I think. You know what I mean? And I don't think accomplishment, well, I like accomplishment too. You know what I'm saying? It's for me, the way the world is designed and shit like that, it holds up people like that. In particular, there's people that out here that put people, not people like that. I'm not talking about her. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? So she's over here with this. But I feel like getting pulled into a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? In a way, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's not about it. So, I mean, the shit surround. Man, look at what image can I give you real quick? You're gonna die, man. Don't you know? I mean, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers was clawing at you, fucking pulling you apart and shit. Like, you know, man, get the yeah. You ever seen what that shit looks like? You don't know what it looks like, though. If you don't know what it looks like, man, listen, man. You don't want no parts of that shit. Well, you're not yourself no more. None of that shit's you. Like, it's not you, really. I mean, you might still be, you think you're to the shell is sitting there thinking and shit, but you're not there for real. The fuckers like to rip you apart, man, and put you back together. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? There goes the guy. I fucking hate saying, man. Close your eyes. You can't stand, man. Okay. So yeah, and then you know, I got people who worship the wrong shit, and they come to me. They want me to chase behind the same shit they chase behind. And I'm somewhere in between, trying to work it out. You know what I mean? Yo, fucking yeah. It's an ugly thing. It's an ugly thing. It's an ugly thing. I can't even make my fucking words more positive. Trying to fucking work it out for you. Not really worried about you. Thinking about me. Yeah, so, but then I gotta stare into the fucking future. So I'm looking into my fucking eyes, and then I see things looking back at me, which it don't really bother me too much. But like some of the people that are around me, that come around me, are fucking just gotta get their shit together. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take the life from them. You know what I mean? I don't want to take the life from you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like willing it. I don't want to have negative, I don't will bad intentions. I don't want to will negative intention and shit. But you keep trying me, you keep attacking me and shit. You know? Maybe I'm misinterpreting what it is you're trying to say. You know? But what do you think? What is a wannabe and what is a has been? You know what I mean? You can't be both. You are what you are, wherever it is you are. You want to be something you're not. You have been nothing, or you have been everything already. You know what I'm saying? Listening to people talk, like what you talking about? I'm everywhere you are, and everywhere you want to be, all the time. You need to cradle yourself because you're nothing. You're nobody. It's tripped out. And that means you're unhappy where you are. You know, you got to find out. Well, me personally, I find the perfect level of uncomfortability and contentment so that I don't lose my fucking mind or have a fucking crisis and start running around jogging and punching the air and fucking trying to find everything I can possibly get done and it never doing any motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like operating like that either. Like, yeah, and people set standards for you about how they think and what they want. Nigga, like I'm not you, motherfucker. You know what you talking about? And you're too pussy to fucking come and converse with me or conversate with me in person or literally. So why the fuck would I listen to you in the first goddamn place? You just nobody. Me, you ain't got shit to say. You know what they say? If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Just talking. You know, it's crazy. I can't be fake like with you. I don't want to be fake with you motherfuckers. If that means that I get nothing, hey man, so fucking be it. You know, good on all that shit. But it also don't make me want to take from you either. You know what I'm saying? But a part of me knows exactly what to do. You know what I'm saying? Where to come from, what to come for. And shit. You know what I mean? Why am I mad at you? Shit. You gave up on yourself a long time ago. I ain't tripping. Like, yeah. Hey man, shit. You wanna know? Anyway, everything I do must reflect the truth and shit. Flat out. I don't like all that fake shit. You know what I mean? What? I gotta find different ways to dress it up and shit too. It is ordinary. It seems like a big show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Gave up for, what did Arlo say to me? I said that was the most poetic shit I had ever heard. He said, damn it. He said, you gave up the front row seat at the show, the center stage in a cage. Like, something like, but better, but more fucking poet, just fucking mind blowingly fucking, just two sentences. Like, and it was like one sentence, it was like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, holy shit. You know, but it meant so much to me and shit. Cause it was like, you're at the show, but like, it's all the fucking rules. Even the crowd and shit, it's all fake. Like, all the people next to you are actually stick figures and shit. You think you at the show, you're like, yeah, everybody's around and shit, standing up and holding their signs at the goddamn game. But then you look left and right and shit like that, and then you notice that they fucking elbows are screwed together and shit. You know? I'll let you win. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. You know? How do you know what you want to do, bro? You want to do it all. You want to do whatever it is I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, goodness. If you see what I'm talking about, have you ever seen that shit? Have you ever looked at those people? I have people who chase behind. I'm good. I'm good. It look different to me. You gotta look at the eyes. Stop looking at what the fuck they wearing. Look at all this bullshit. Nigga, look at their fucking eyes, y'all. Like, nigga, like, you look fucking sad, bro. You look like you're not even there. Like, nigga, you look like you can't wait to go home and lay the fuck back down. You look like you want my company to me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but some people. Like, yo, maybe you don't. Maybe we're too much alike to be around each other. You know, do I need you? Do you need me? Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I want to record this song, but my voice isn't prepared for the hook. But I can't find a woman to do the hook for me. She'll come to me with it when she's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I want her to be like. And then, you know, see, there's a veil of fucking diddly veiled surprises. People sitting there working with each other. Hey, baby, I think she is so. I don't know if she got a wife or maybe a husband. I feel like her throat should touch mine. We went to hell and we never came back. You know what I mean? Anyway, oh man, motherfucker, I'm about to fucking something else. This is what I do when I'm bored and shit, when I want to talk. Now, you know, And then, fucked up, man. I know how niggas are, you know what I'm saying? Especially niggas with money. They chasing happiness and shit. So anytime you announce who you like and shit, you say something like that, they run after them and shit because they want a part of them to be inside. See, empty on the inside and shit. They know all the right moves and all the right shows to put on so they can fucking have what they want. But they don't really want nothing. They really want the person that wants the stuff, whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Man. Nigga, why are you still here? What are you here for? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Not to be mean. You need to keep that in mind when you're talking about me. When you're talking about me. Sick of this fucking beat. Sick of this fucking beat. Yeah. The more so, where was I going with that shit? Hey man, uh, when I woke up to motherfuckers just talking crazy. Like, fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. What the fuck are you doing in here? I ain't never, motherfucker, I'm always on your mind. And you talking shit. But you always thinking about me. The fuck is wrong with you? That's insane. You're a fucking crazy person. And this is why, I don't know. So I'm like, nigga, maybe I'm good where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Well, I just enjoy the journey and shit. However it goes, I'm like, yo, I want to put the right amount of work and effort into my shit without sabotaging myself, you know what I'm saying, because of what I see coming. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. What you niggas need though. Look, motherfuckers get offended, but people tell the truth. I try to, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't dress it up, but you don't want to hear how I talk. I mean, this is how I talk, but you don't really want me to go where I can go with shit. Drake, for example. Motherfucker looks unhappy. One way or the other. Nigga looks like he wants to be where people want to be at. But he don't want to be there. I mean, I don't know. He wants to be, I don't know. Something about him is different in the past few years. I'm not even talking about the fucking, the shit y'all talking about with the goddamn girl or whatever. First of all, nigga, you don't know what that nigga did. You know what I'm saying? He might have been trying to get up in the draws the whole motherfucking time. And also, let me say something that's a little more, a little, I don't know how old she is and shit like that, but she is pretty. You know what I mean? But her attitude is very adult-like. And also, I want you to consider something. And this is just as far as entertainment is concerned, while you're talking about Hollywood, and all that kind of shit. People who are of artistic registry have totally different mindsets than you have. You know what I'm saying? The mind is so much older and so much more vast than yours that they're older than you mentally any fucking way. That's why they behave different. Which is why it's more likely for you to see a 16 or a 17-year-old girl fucking with a nigga in their 20s. I don't know about 30s and shit like that, but maybe that too. I don't know. But I want you to spend more time considering that shit. Motherfuckers don't think or live the same way you are. You gather them all in one particular type of place. Society takes a turn. I'm not going to say for the worse, just for a difference. It's a little more elevated, a little more evolved and devolved and civilized in a manner. You know what I'm saying? Manner of speaking. Because of the understanding that people have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making excuses for nobody, but I mean, if you want to sink your fucking teeth into something, think about this. What the fuck you gonna say to some girl that's fucking 17 or some shit like that about who she can fuck? Nigga, when she got her own plane and she can go fucking horseback riding to go to Brazil and shit like that, and she speak fucking 6 languages and all that. I'm not fucking with you. I'm gonna be a grown ass man because I don't want no little nigga. Fuck out of here with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then what are you gonna say to a man who got a bunch of bitches and groupies around him that don't think and they're just gonna suck dick whenever the fuck they on command and shit like that? Who can go wherever the fuck he want? He gonna run into an artist. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how old they are and shit like that, if they fucking drawn to each other, that's what the fuck it's gonna be. Just saying. In particular, that's what the fuck I'm saying. But nigga, you a goofy, so you don't, you can't hear where I'm coming from, understand where I'm coming from, while still abiding by law, while still being able to explore that curiosity in your mind without actually falling on it or on that sword or acting on that shit like that. Being responsible with the way you placate things in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's just how people are, man. Y'all niggas small minded. You know what I'm saying? And some people are too big minded. You know what I mean? For wherever the fuck it is they are, which is why shit's done in secret. They would never understand type of thing, right? If that's even the fucking case. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just don't want nobody fucking on her because he know how niggas is around that bitch and he wanted to keep that from happening. You don't know. Or maybe he fucked on her. I don't know. Funny thing is though, I would imagine that a lot of niggas who sit around sitting there wondering what a nigga did do some shit like that before or kind of want to, I would want to check their fucking computers. A whole lot of effort and stock into that shit, nigga. What y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? I hate niggas like that. Everybody pointing fingers at each other and shit like that. And they the same goddamn people. Weirdo motherfuckers, man. That shit's funny though. You know, first of all, it takes a certain type of intellect, of mind. You got to have a fucking mind cave to act in the first place. Even the worst actor and shit like that got to be able to tap into something that you ain't got, you no fucking clue about, to be able to do what it is they do for as long as they do what it is they do. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? This is, man, what's fucked up is when that expression takes a turn for the worse. For example, that fucking book with the boy with his arm cut off. He's on the front of the goddamn on the cover, and he's all looking all distraught and shit because his goddamn arm is laying on the ground in front of him, and somebody took a picture of him and made that a cover. Listen, you still have to maintain your humanity. While I do understand the greatness behind it, I understand like well, not the greatness behind it. Excuse me, that's the wrong word I'm using. I do understand the fucking, you know what I'm saying? But what it creates inside of somebody, the stir, and how that would alleviate certain things and also perpetuate, oh, I say this, it will perpetuate more in-depth thought. But also, you have to understand the mind that you're getting closer to. How often do you want to be in there talking with them? You know what I'm saying? Because of the vibration. So you just fucking, you just goddamn hourglass. But inside of that hourglass is the universe and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got two sides to it. So it's really all the same side, but it's like, and when you fucking, when you get to a certain level and shit like that, that's the ability you have to communicate with those type of souls and shit. That type of ingenuity of a human being and shit. It's not about that. You say, well, you know what I mean. I'm talking to you. You know what the fuck I'm saying. Like I said, anytime I get to that point, I'm all over the place with it because of that. Man. You can't. Where's my fucking collar shirt? My fucking collar way the fuck up here. Yeah, man. I can see that. I wouldn't do that though. I could definitely see that. That's horrible. Come on. Stay away from that shit. You know what I mean? You can feel your fucking brain move. Your brain decides what it wants to be now ahead of time before you can. And shit like, oh, I'm good. We're gonna do this now. You know what I'm saying? All right now. I'm waiting for you. You're like, hey, you look like I am and I ain't. Right this way. Join me. I look like me, but I'm not necessarily me. Close. No cigar. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I took my hair. They want me to be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? They want to fucking. They want me to understand the feminine energy so much that, like, to a degree in which I'll wear a fucking wig. You know what I'm saying? I would have to be so far in tune with woman that I would be able to do that in order to prove something to myself. But then also, I could see, I just know like this, nigga. If I was to ever fucking put a dress on or something, a wig and stuff like that, and act a character out and stuff like that, some shit like that, right? And then you came up and you put your fucking hand around my neck, I would fucking murder you. Like, you ruined it. That shit they did with that fucking video, man. Listen, because you're a man. You're a man. You know what I mean? Come on, get the fuck out of here with that, bro. What are you trying to possess somebody with? You know what I'm saying? Dog, I'm just different. I don't know what everybody else is going through and shit like that. I can sit beside you, Lilith. You know what I mean? We can talk that way, but, you know, it's just breathe, take a breath, storm breaking, fucking motherfuckers being naturally inclined to speak to me the wrong way. And I'm just getting out of fucking sorts about it because I'm fucking phenomenal at what it is I do. People don't know me at all. They want to try me. Stick to me like glue. You're hanging on for dear fucking life. Me too. You know, waking me up, pissing me the fuck off. You know, and then you got to sink again. I mean, like, here we go again, right? Really, it's just all about frustration. You got to be able to take a breath and keep yourself from becoming frustrated. That's how they get you. Frustrated, they piss you the fuck off. You feel it all up in here, and you got to release it somehow. But you got to do it without fucking yelling at people. You know what I'm saying? And then that shit yesterday with my cousin, I'm like, yo, you about to fit, man. I didn't mean to say that to him. I'm about to punch you in the fucking face. You know, but, no, really though, bro. Oh, I handed you a joint this long, right? So, yeah, look at that joint. I don't know about all that, nigga. I don't like you on weed. You know what I'm saying? Now you hit the joint. And, nigga, I say, hand it back to me. Oh, I don't smoke weed like that. What the fuck that got to do with anything? Like, oh, but, nigga, bro, what you on, man? Because of your fucking intoxication, but you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you can't do nothing. Period. And then I know you intelligent, so nigga, like, it's like all the rest of that shit is some type of fucking, it's a warped state of mind where whatever it is you want is more important than what it is you're doing. But I know it was like that. Like what, nigga? Let me explain something to you. Oh, man, I feel you. I see what you're saying. No, nigga, you saw what I was saying already. That shit must work on somebody else. Now you gotta fucking go. You know what I mean? Now you have to leave for those reasons alone. You know, you're trying to play me. No, man, the overlay from the underplay shit. That's the best way I can explain it without having to go all the way into the psychological details of motherfuckers thinking, you know, they can utilize the timidness and shit like that to get what they want and still kind of keep a wool over their eyes to how they actually behave. No, nigga, you reaching for different points and positions to, you know, try to, you know, and then try to make me feel bad about it. Like, bro, that's what niggas don't know, man. That's where my eyes really turn into fire, man. Like, I'm not even fucking joking. Like, I'm like, yo, I mean, this shit, they there lighting up. Like, nigga, you motherfucker. You know, fucking kidding me? Because it's different if you just, all right, well, nigga, just, okay, but no. Because, nigga, now you're mistaking my friendship and my companionship for something else. So you're abusing it. Because you expect me to be like, oh, all right. But, nigga, don't you know me? Right? But I don't want to have to flex on you and shit, so why I got to flex on you in order to prove to you that you shouldn't do that shit? You should not have to try to keep people in line that way. You should not always fucking sparing the rod and shit. Because who the fuck are you? What, nigga, you in my vicinity. You in my space with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to be the one to fucking handle you like that, nigga, if you was somewhere where you was supposed to be at. I wouldn't do that shit to you. And a damn sure wouldn't do it off the back of, you got it. Fuck! What? Man, dog. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, well, nigga, you got more. Nigga, what the fuck do they got to do with anything, man? Inconsiderate, man. Like, yo, that's just, nigga, nah, I can't be around you. Oh, no, you can't be over here with that shit, nigga. Hell no, bro. It don't matter what it is. If you wanted more, you should have handled yourself better. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck does that? Greed. Nigga, how was you caught up by greed? You don't have nothing. Bro, motherfuckers, I be like, bro, I don't want to keep saying who you playing with and all that. That's not what I mean. But in general, that's what I mean. Like, bro, I feel like you see my fucking eyes. You know what I'm saying? So then you need to be slain. Then is what you're saying. Because if you can see that people can see right through you, and you continue to do this shit anyway, like, you know, just test the water a little more. Would you let me do it? Can I get away with it? I'm gonna try it again anyway because of whatever the fuck it is you feel. So you're a slave to your own fucking vices. You have to do it, no matter what. It's time for you to go. I think. What do you think? You know what the fuck I'm saying, man? Like, yo, am I the only nigga that feel himself reaching for a sword? I swear to God, I'm like, I don't know where it's at. I don't have it. It's not here with me though. But I swear to God, it's a sword. It's not a gun. It ain't a knife. It's force. It's like somebody about to. It's over here somewhere. Somebody got to be handling it to me. I'm like, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's there. How the fuck I'm gonna? The fuck knows, right? Because whatever the fuck is inside there got to come out, right? Well, that's why I know I'm not him. Just the guy. Yo, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't know. I want to know him better. Know you better. Because obviously I don't know how to behave. You know what I mean? Come on, say you. Well, yeah, no, this is just coming along. Right? Well, yeah, I'm blowing back up a little bit. See, it's looking good. It's looking good. Motherfucker, man, look, man, and then look, nigga, like, and then look, but then, or see, that's the difference between higher mind, lower self, and all that shit. And then I had a motherfucker tell me, I said, look, the higher self and lower self. Like, there's no such thing. What the fuck you mean? There's no such thing. Like, ain't no such thing. What the fuck do you mean? If you're not your higher self, then what are you? There's got to be something in between there. You got to get to your higher self. There's something in between that making you the lower self. Get off the fucking drugs. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Legion and Rivals, bitch, Leviathan and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, has anybody else ever seen that fucking beady-eyed snake? Yeah. And they have one in a movie. And, I gotta watch Prometheus again, though, because that movie must mean something else. That snake, that snake, it looks kind of feminine, you know? And it stares, but its eyes are in the center of its head. They're not off to the side. They're right here. And they're black. It's a cobra. It looks like a fucking cobra. Two, you know what I mean? But I don't think it means what you think it means and shit. There's lessons to be learned there. You know what I mean? Hey, man, I mean, there's so many I see. I don't know. Test after test after test. So, do I fail? Am I failing? You know what I mean? But this is like not where I want to be. Well, this is fine. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not. It's okay. But what I mean is, you're the right one. Mastodon. Funny as hell. What, man? The fuck, what? That fucking nerves, yo. This fucking guy is so fucking powerful. I don't really like using the word powerful, neither does he. We don't like using those words and shit. But he comes the fuck out of nowhere randomly, and he's just always doing this shit. Fucking head popping up. And his boy, say his boy, there's not no offense to you and shit. But he's like a darker fucking, you know, mage and shit with a fitted hat on. I mean, he appears and shit, but he's just always like, I don't know if he likes me or not. I can't really tell if he likes me or not. Shit. I think he's more fond of me than he would like to be, but he don't know why. He's like, I guess I like him a little bit more and shit like that. But I may have made him jaded towards me and shit like that from a previous encounter and shit. So, or whatnot. But maybe he has a better understanding of where I'm coming from now. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you know? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not fucking putting words in his mouth. Who am I talking to? You. Oh, well, I'm talking about a bunch of shit, man. This shit's ridiculous, bro. No, but yeah, so I keep seeing somebody staring at me like, right? They're sitting wherever they're sitting at. Yeah, so this is the thing. It says 0 viewers. I'm really talking to myself. It's for the future. It's not really for now. It's for whatever became of my people and shit. So whenever they arrive at those points and shit, the conclusions and whatnot, yeah, it'll be there for them. Or was there, is there, will be, has been. So, you know, I plan on making women fall in love with me from the future. And then that's how I'm going to resurrect. Now, look. Oh, yeah, this one? Hell yeah. This is the first time I played this legendary, whatever the fuck. So, yeah. But, yo, you gotta watch what I did yesterday. I was cracking jokes and shit. Though. My cousin was over here. He got on my fucking nerves once he reached a certain point. But it's all good. That's my family and shit like that. So that's family. So we talked to him this morning. And shit. Like, nigga, all right, time to go. Time to go, buddy. Like, no, hell no. You know, but man, I just worry about people. I'm like, yo, I don't worry about them too much. I'm not as worried as I was concerned with before. But with my newfound understanding, which is already an understanding I already had, it's just something I didn't. I'm more here than I am there. So, you know. And whatnot and shit. Yeah, man. So I put it anyway. There's a video of this from yesterday. It's on my YouTube. I exported over there. It's like 2.5 hours long. But as far as the gameplay, the shit's phenomenal. So, but if you want to watch me play Uncharted, go to my YouTube, go to playlist. Anything that I've made that was that's really good, that you know I haven't really edit it yet, but I don't really want to edit it. I want it to be raw like that. I'm gonna make edit versions of everything. Uh, it's like Uncharted 4. It's sweet as fuck from beginning to end. I'll run that shit down. It's fucking bananas. You'll love it. You know what I'm saying? When people actually do discover the shit that I have on my channel and what's actually in it, you lose your fucking mind. Like, what am I looking at, right? And then the special effects and all the other additive shits in there and the paranormal shit. There's all sorts of paranormal shit and all types of fucking signals passing through. I got certain videos where there's like alien transmissions in there and poltergeist like shit filtering through it and the screen changes a little bit, but you gotta be paying attention. So as I'm playing, you'll see a filter over the screen. But if you really look at it, it's an image of something looking through it. It's aliens and shit. I wouldn't call them aliens, but yeah. Not even fucking joking. You can take it however, but you'll have to find them and shit. I feel like it belongs there that way because it's not for everybody to know. But I don't mind announcing it from time to time, year to year. You know what I'm saying? It's there. But I do things like I'll put in the description or on the title, whatever, something if I see something that's interesting that I really want you to see, I'll put a time on it. It might be lyrics, it might be whatever. I'll put a time in it or I'll put a star by it. Or something will stand out about the video itself. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, while I work, I have a lot to work out. So see, yeah, man, it's debonair is what I am. But I just have a lot on my plate that I have to fucking figure out right now. But as far as most people, whereas they don't want to rest, I do sleep. I go to sleep. I rest my brain. Well, it makes this rearranges and shit. But I also still keep myself in competition with myself. I'm starting to add others back into it a little bit. It is, but you have to rest. You have to die a little bit in order to be, born again or reborn and shit. That's mentally anyway. So, plus your spirit has to travel. So you can't keep yourself awake all the time. That's how you become disembodied. You know what I'm saying? And the body's trying to do one thing, the spirit's trying to do one thing. It's being called over here for whatever purposes it needs to do, whatever it needs to do, and then you're not allowing it to, you know? So, why? I wish I could sleep for 12 or 13 hours. Ooh, that'd be nice. You don't know why? Is it just something that's been happening more recent? Oh, are you psychic? Well, let's say no. Let's not use the word psychic. Are you clairaudient or clairvoyant? Have you ever seen spirits? Do you hear things? Are you intuitive? Do you know things ahead of time, or fairly? Do you know when somebody's getting ready to call you before they call? You hear a song in your head, and you hear somebody ride by playing it, anything like that? Like yeah, lots of deja vu's. Uh, like instances where you might be sitting somewhere and you might not be at a point where you know exactly what's getting ready to happen, but you feel like you've been right there in that spot a lot. Yeah. Well, what about the deja vu? Tell me about that. The deja vu. I mean, like in particular, okay. When it comes to deja vu, are you just like, hey, I think I remember this, or what about the deja vu is lets you know it's deja vu? How do you know for sure that's what it is? You don't have to explain it if you don't want to. You can move on. uh Me too. Each. See, I don't have it like that. But what I do is when I see things happen like that, I pre-warn people. I've been in a, I remember going back in time and talking to somebody else, and before we went back in time, I remember saying there's like an area of space and time where everything is collided together, buildings and shit. It looks like Inception, and but it's like a dream state kind of sort of, and you can come out of that dream realm and into reality. And I was on top of a building, on top of a roof of a motel, and I was sitting. I was like, before I went back, I said I can save everyone, right? Like on some flash shit. Like I can, I can save everybody, right? But now I think I'm coming to an understanding where saving everybody is not physically saving everybody. So I need to get that through my head now. Uh, But yeah, so anytime that happens, I pre-warn somebody, but I already feel it coming. Usually when I have a day, a dream or something like that where somebody dies, it's due to something that already has been on my mind or something that I noticed about them before. You know what I'm saying? So your body, your brain has the ability to perceive situations and then put them together and shit like that. Basically plan ahead for you, yourself, and other things. So it could be that, or it could actually be a spiritual connection you have with people. But either way, what I do is I let them know about it. I never keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? Not to make them worry, but I mean, like it's like I let you know about it, and I'm very specific. That way, if you have the opportunity or the ability to make any adjustments to your lifestyle or whatnot to avoid it, then you'll have them. Now, whatever the Satan program, uh, really, damn. I've never had a dream about myself almost dying and shit, so I don't think I'm gonna see mine coming. Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I did. I don't want to tell anybody about it because whatever it is, it's gonna be whatever it is. But I believe I was crushed. Yeah, but it was quick. I was actually with two other people. We were having a great time. and we knew it was coming, and we were having a really good time with shit, and then but it looked like it was could have been one thing or the other. It was like one thing was getting ready to happen, but then we don't know for sure what was getting ready to happen, and that was God. Like, and that's what it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like joy in that being it's feverish. Like I was getting ready to start singing a song, and I was like, and then they both stopped, and then they did what they were doing, and they both stopped, and one of them had on this sweet ass uh, purple like lavender cool ass shirt, and they turned around to look at me, and then we both stopped around and looked at me, and I was like, and then the fucking whole place started shaking. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, we just looked at each other, and I fucking kept shaking. We're fucking doing what we're doing, and I think it came down on top of us, but whatever. That's not exactly what happened, but I'm not gonna tell you exactly what happened. Shit. Yeah, that ain't deep. Man, I can fucking tell you some stuff. You know? Let's talk. Yeah, yeah. Tell me more about yourself, Regomi. Regomi. Regomi TV. So you got to show you the screen. I've never seen you on screen before. How them songs coming along? If more people had the opportunity, well, can't wait to hear. 'Em. I look forward to it. Me, on the other hand, I'm working on it. I'm trying to bring myself back in the writing phase, which I am. But my freestyle ability is getting better. I'm getting better at formatting it without needing the ink pen. But also, it's like flipping a coin, you know what I'm saying? So I try to flip the coin or flip the coins, and get better at flipping the coins so I can read them while they're in the air before they land. And then, I can make a better prediction as to what I'm going to say so I can alter a little bit better. But also, you say better stuff when you don't try to do that and you just let it flow. And it's just way more interesting than trying to figure out for as far as like where I would be in review nostalgically, listening back to it. What's more interesting to me is to hear what I'm saying without thinking about it or to have worked it out, which is just a process. So as I'm working on it, I'll have a combination of just letting it flow and also a combination of, you know, taking the two pieces and putting them together and kind of making them work, and then listening to the metaphors that I come up with. I make certain metaphors, but then they mean more to me now. But then sometimes they're way more extraordinary than I thought they were. Personally, I don't try to guide it too much, and then when I don't try to guide it too much, I get more in sync with myself. So it's interesting, to do. But it's harder to do with a pen when your mind works fast, because you have to slow all the way down, which is probably what's appropriate, which is why I'm being told to do so. I got a song if you want to be on it. I don't know if you. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Did you use that beat I gave you? You and Jay Z, RJZ. Probably not. Because again, we have something planned. Where I hope it includes me, right? You got to include the master. You're listening to a master at work. You got to give me a fucking cone. What I got to do? Really? Thank you. All right, man. Shit's hopefully I'm not taking too long. I'm working, but it's also like how it is when shit tries to force you to work in ways you don't want to work. Then all of your work gets disrupted and deformed into something that it wants it to be versus what you want it to be. Then again, it could be me talking to me. So I gotta keep in mind that I am a fucking special, supernatural, sophisticated, special, superior human being, and that most of what I'm fucking doing is probably coming from my future self. So I guess I'll work harder at being, natural. And that girl look good, man. She's got the right weight on her fucking body. Thick, funny, goofy a little bit. She still kind of acts like a kid sometimes. Man, me too. But I feel like we might be running out of time. Plus, I had the military fucking clocking me in here and shit like that. And then, it might be a retired general with this goddamn stopwatch. You know what I'm saying? So now it's ticking back there, but it did make me more familiar with the clock. So it's up to me to refrain from utilizing it all the time, but keeping my mind working in tandem with and without. So I'll be doing both of those from now on, I guess. And Holly Berry look good too. I seen her motherfucking titties the other day. I say it like that. Good. She need a handsome man around her. Wrap around her sometimes. Man, I would be her all day. Whatever she wanted to be, as long as she wanted to be. All right, well, I'm gonna go then. Like, well, I'm gonna go do so. Okay, well, get to know when to hold on, when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? We meet up again sometime. See each other again sometime. Shit. She showed me a thing or two, I'm sure. Me in the world, out in the world, out and about. So she's seen all kind of stuff. As long as she don't eat those eggs with the birds in them. You know what I'm saying? You never tried this? Hell, I don't eat no that. Hell yeah. I experience paranormal stuff all day, every day. It's nonstop for me. Well, man, I'm paranormal myself. You know what I'm saying? Paramilitary, paranormal, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, bro. Here, ask me something. Throw something in there. Just throw something out there, something that you would like to know about. And I'll tell you if I got any expertise on it. I mean, literally. Everything that I know is fucking hands-on. None of this shit comes from a book. Every fucking part of everything that I've derived from everything has come from physically being in a location and experiencing it. People coming to see me, thoughts, exaggerations. For the sake of entertainment, yes, I exaggerate. But yeah, sure. It's all exaggerated and shit. I just don't want to turn this into a phenomenon. I ain't rolling the pendulum. Where the fuck are the aliens? God damn it, nigga. I don't know where the fuck they at. Go talk to them. They around us right now. That motherfucker next to you probably an alien. You're probably a fucking alien fucking with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. How about this? Doors that have been opening that were closed, completely closed, or your cat might have been a cat, though. Cat spirits are usually like human spirits in the body of cats. But also, there's an entire magic world, witchcraft, sorcerers, uh, witches, warlocks, and whatnot. I believe we have counterparts in those realms and shit too. So whereas I would be here, I would also be there in some form, whether I'm alive still or not. You know? Okay, so it's your cat. I feel you. That's good. Yeah, you miss your cat. Yeah, animals don't really go anywhere. They look out for you too. Most of the people who pass protect you from stuff. So like where you have like I've even seen some of, but mainly heard uh, fighting amongst them. Like let's say you have parasites clinging to you, like thorough spiritual parasites. They feed off of you, like mind and shit like that. Some of it is warlock shit. Um, they'll attach themselves to you. Like you, let's say you feel your chest getting heavy. It's particularly if you're on drugs. People think it's the drugs killing them. It's not. It's the drug, well, partly, but the drug itself is inducing a state that makes you more accessible to otherworldly beings, whether they be considered, warlocks and stuff. They're not human. They don't look the same as you think they do. Like I've seen ones that look like, you ever seen The Fifth Element? One of those guys with the big floppy ears and shit in the guns, with like that kind of sort of, but with a smaller face, but with some type of T-shaped head and shit, and robe and garb and shit. So, but they look like stars. They look like what they're made of. It's like where you would see it over here. Let's say you would have to be standing near a fire. Black Death? Black Death. I have to think about that. Give me a second. That's why you got to be careful what you imbibe too, because when you're in certain states of mind, things like let's say, I like to say amphetamines in particular, because those release dopamine and it kind of lights your brain lights up and you become like a lighthouse. So like you actually peeking into a different realm a little bit. And while you're there, soft shooting around, of course I'm soft shooting around or something. Let's say you do something like drink Black Death to drink, right? So maybe the people who make the drink in the factory and shit don't know shit about it, but the original creation of the drink itself, there's a reason why it's named that. So let's say you combine that with whatever spiritual journey you're on, then you would be imbibing that, and therefore you would be connected with that spirit. You know what I'm saying? They all have conversation for you, so like that. But they like to be like-minded, so it would be bringing you. I mean, this is what the fuck I know about. So it's like, why the fuck wouldn't I talk about it? So, well, to the degree that I know about it, I'm not saying I can't be wrong about some of this stuff, but these things I know. So, well, people come back to the Black Death part. But as far as like the ethereal things, like the worms and shit, like let's say you're standing near a fire. If you let's say you have like a campfire going, then you would go on the opposite side of the fire to where you think wherever it is at, and then snap a picture. And then when you snap that picture, you should be able to capture whatever it is moving around near the fire, because the fire will move around it or be attracted to it, and it'll make the shape of whatever it is that's around you. Meth smoke is the same thing. Like you blow that shit and then you take pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're crystals. So because it's a crystal, it's either negatively, you can't say it's positively charged, but it's charged with a certain energy. You can instruct it to be charged with sexual energy. Some people, you have to know about witchcraft. So let's say somebody might have murdered somebody, or maybe let's say some sorcerer somewhere is dying and shit like that, or he's alive, in whatever realm he's alive in. He might fill a vial with his blood and shit like that, and they'll mix it in with the dope, right? And then make a big ass crystal and shit, break that shit up, and then they'll sell it everywhere. And everybody who does it will fucking have that spirit attached to them. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit works. They'll fuck around sitting there, be lighting a bowl one day and shit like that, and that bitch will bubble up and turn red. And you're like, what the fuck? And that's what that is. You know what I mean? But then, when you end up on that side of whatever thing, magic and shit, then you'll see other things like, Grand Circus. You see some interesting, I guess it is, but, you might not come back, motherfuckers wander after you. People who have been lost, people who've been murdered, people who've been murdered on video, children who've been raped and murdered and shit like that, they follow behind you and shit, they're lost, so they'll come still follow you and shit until they can't follow you, you know what I mean? So you'll end up with a whole armada of people walking behind you and shit, especially if you can hear them and talk to them, but everybody ain't cool. So you have some people who are pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Imagine being somewhere and then some weird bunch of groupie motherfuckers get together and get this fucking cockamamie ass idea that they're gonna because, well, I would say this: they probably never stop following. Right, if they do, they probably don't stop following you. Stop being able to hear them because you go back into whatever vibration you want. So Now you no longer can tune into the conversation and shit. But I've heard people crying. I've heard one in particular. This one, there was a little girl following me on the bus. I could hear her crying. She was sitting on the bus with me. She was bawling her eyes out, but I knew it was what it was, but I couldn't help it. There was nothing I could do for her. And I couldn't find her body in the first place. I didn't know where she was when whatever happened to her happened to her. I heard her scream, and I was looking for her, but where I was at was a cartel neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it was like locked up. The police don't do shit over there. They don't fucking, they whole ass niggas. They police, they reptiles and shit. So they don't really, they get down. You know what I'm saying? They probably go in the fucking garbage and eat whatever's left for lunch and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So this is some shit you don't want to know about. Because I can hear. You know what I'm saying? Or because, maybe she can sense that I care. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe she's looking for anybody that can over here and listen. You know what I'm saying? It could be maybe she was seeking out who was near me and was conversing with them. Yeah, fucking and then you have people who get turned into other stuff. So like, they do, yeah. So you have people that get turned into other stuff, like they end up as dark shadows and shit. So you have these shadow versions of yourself, and then they end up as tar, like on the other side of what the world we in, but still who they are. Some they, man, listen. I've had people who think they being funny with me, you know, because of whoever they done joined and shit, and they sitting around conversing and doing whatever they doing in whatever shadow room, and I just sit there as if I'm listening to them, but I look like I'm zoned out. I'm watching them, everything that's happening, like I'm sitting there watching them sit on the stairs and talk or whatever the fuck, and listening to their plan. Well, man, if you only know how much my foot was on your fucking neck, I'm like, yo, get out of here with that shit. It's crazy to see. But then they have those the leader, whoever like with their commander, who give them direction, and you know, I don't know how it works necessarily, but the shadow realm, as far as shadow people is concerned, that's separate from the graves, but it is due to the grave. They're responsible for whatever that is. You know, that pool of darkness and shit that everybody who over consumes anything. Like, you get to a certain point where you go so high and shit. Okay, drugs are used to take your ass off planet, period. You don't think you get taken off planet. Nobody else realizes what's happening to you, but your ass is being beamed. You're being beamed somewhere else. You obviously under the impression that you go to the moon. Some people go to the moon, but I think that's if they actually can get a hold of you physically. But everybody else goes on the ground, spiritually. I mean, so, but I've seen them like lingering around, like people like you say like you might be somewhere and you might be around a group of people who ain't human and shit like that, and they're getting you high on shit, or they're planning something around you, right? They plan on slowly bringing you into a little trap or whatever, and moving you and slowly getting you a little further away from town, a little closer to wherever it is they need to get you, so they can do what the fuck they want with you. I'll look over, and then there'll be like a girl, like this girl was like she looked gray almost, she kind of like a ghoul. She was being turned into something else. She was sitting on the edge of a dumpster, like shaking her head no, like. But she's watching from wherever she's watching from. But also, that could be, projected from somebody's mind. You have remote viewing. People would know half of this shit if when the NSA released most of these files. You go into the paranormal files, you can go to remote viewing and see, what it is that people do, what it is some people can do. You don't need books, you don't need witchcraft, you don't need any of that shit. Your brain can do it. All that shit's stored in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. What are you trying to do it for? I got to warn you, though, there are police for such situations. You know what I'm saying? The people who police this shit. The people who police people. And if if you out here fucked up, just know there are people watching. You know what I'm saying? But not all for the reason you think. If you're going through something where you got an alcohol addiction or any type of addiction, there's a whole level of guardians around you that watch you, that send you in different directions, but they're like placed. So they're there's different factions of people in different areas, but they're actually physically here. Or being utilized. So the spirits will be going into different people who will actually be aligning themselves because of what they align. So whatever you would be aligning yourself with, based off of where your heart is, what your intention is, where your mind is at. Now, your mind can become confused by whoever if it's under attack. Um, but if it's under attack, you should be fairly aware that you are, which is just for me, it should just make you a little more be a little more comfortable with the way you speak. Try to be a little more patient with yourself, and just exercise. That's what it is. It's just mental exercise until you can work that shit out, so you have more control over it. Which is to not have control over it, but to become the more understanding of what's happening to yourself and your mind. So it's to balance it out until it can be sent where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, imagine yourself to be some type of librarian where you need to, or a scientist, so you would have to preserve everything, destroy nothing, right? Unless it absolutely has to be, so that you can categorize it and be put in a place where it is, because it could happen again in the future. This is just where you would be in your mind. This is where you should be. I mean, this is where yeah, yeah, man. So people do wicked shit, and those people don't go anywhere. Some people are aware that that's what happens, and they try to trap spirits or whatnot. Those spirits can still communicate. They move around. They have their own communities and talk. As a matter of fact, there's one thing I want to share with you. Old people, senior citizens, people from neighborhoods, uh, spiritual gatherings like the spirit of the land. Those people don't go anywhere. They still protect their neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So like all of the old elders who like your grandpa, your grandma, your aunties, and all that shit. They all lived in a certain neighborhood. You took the house over. They all, you grew up. They all passed. They're still around. They have neighborhood watch. They move around. They watch every last one of you motherfuckers. You're not getting away with nothing. And they pass that information to the right people. You have a circuit of federal agents who are like the Ghostbusters. You have the CIA and all that shit, and then they operate in those channels, and they handle shit accordingly, but according to law. So like you can't just go and arrest a motherfucker for murdering several children and shit, and then sending their organs off somewhere or whatever, and then trying to be funny by taking a femur bone or something like that and then putting it in public like nobody's paying attention to them. All of that shit, we got all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's handled appropriately and passed through the right channels until it comes down to you, and then that also comes down to the science of capturing you once you pass on to the next round. Nigga, it's a whole spawn. This is what this shit is. You know what I'm saying? There's laws, period. So, but the fact of the matter is, here in the third dimension, people haven't been backed up as much and been cut off from it. So a lot of fucking heresy goes on here before you go to the next one. But you can be captured in between there too. So we know about the reptilians and spirit. The catching spirits and shit like that, and taking them to different planets and recycling them and shit like that and whatnot. But there's there's a whole system of if you don't get captured, you can be moved. This is not important. Never mind. So, preaching to the choir. No, I would not use a Ouija board. Well, technically, I have used something like a Ouija board. You just trying to? Are you saying you're trying to? I am a fucking Ouija board. You know how you can use a Ouija board? You hear this? That's it. Listen to the fucking white noise. I wouldn't do so because of the trajectory, being whatever while it was made. You got to understand what a trickster is, and then first of all, the demon of a Ouija board is called. His name is Zozo. That's the overall Zozo. That's who you're talking to when you name supposed to really say the name, but I guess I don't care. So. But I mean, as you could use one, who you're trying to communicate with, you may never actually get in contact with that person because you're already in contact with those people, like loved ones and shit like that. They're already talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend more time meditating. You got to relax. You have to take a deep breath, maybe smoke some weed a little bit, lay the fuck down, dream a little bit, look at the back of your fucking eyelids, take some deep breaths, listen to some positive music that provides positive vibration. Therefore, hell yeah. Hell yeah, it could. But your mind would be shut off. But so you will open to you some dangerous shit, and then your mind would be closed off because you didn't have the ability to perceive it in the first place. That's when shit starts happening like, the fuck was that? Right? And if you really got a motherfucking problem, you might feel somebody bump your ass. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody might get volatile with you. I get volatile back though, so I don't really have that. I'm really who I am, who I am. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker, you come flexing on me, I'm right there with you and shit with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be a fucking Draco the size of my goddamn up to my goddamn ceiling and be full on, stepping up in the air for me to be like, oh shit, shit. You know what I mean? So I didn't already, I done run into them, a lot of them assholes, man. Walking around, what the fuck you got an attitude with me for? Because I can see you or because I can't see you? What the fuck is your problem? You don't like people. But you walking around this bitch as a person. Doing what? And fucking older girls and whatever the fuck and shit. Getting into relationships with women who are fucking, who are heavily addicted to fucking heroin and shit like that. Trying to fucking fuck on them while your daughter laying in the bed next to them. Reaching over, touching on them and shit like that. Just getting shit started. Amping shit up. Fucking wait till the mom ends up going to jail and shit. Now he along with the daughter. Now he fucking slowly fucking molesting her and shit and then moving her around to his friend's house and shit. Next thing you know, that shit's on videotape. You know what I'm saying? Boy, what are you playing with, man? No, those are demons. Oh, it's an entity. It's it can be whoever. It's an archon. Basically, there's no such thing as demon. It's an archon. And so, the demons would be under an archon. It would be like a splinter. It would be a fraction of whatever the fuck it is out of dark matter. It's like they vibrate. So if you ever seen an actual a demon or so to speak, or what you would consider to be one or close to one, there's different variations. But I'm play the Witcher. There's different variations, but they look like. You ever be sitting somewhere and you feel like your face got fuzz on it? Face. That shit can actually change the way your face, the shape of your face, because it's energy trying to get in your face. It's moving it around and shit, and you have to ward it off. Use your hands. Get the energy flowing in your hands. Press your finger here. Take deep breaths. This is right. There's a center here, a node here that you can activate, and then you'll feel your hands start to vibrate. That was not as bright as this one, but you feel your hands start to vibrate, and then you have to remove it from you. You'll feel it start. So what they do is they turn it when it's usually negative and shit. You'll feel like feathers falling, and they kind of like collect on you. It's static energy. It's up to you. Me, I try to filter and process it, and then remove it so as to not have to deal with that again. I wish I could give it to you the way it is, but I don't know all. I know some things though. I know enough to know. You know what I mean? Nobody educated me on purpose, whether I wanted to be fucking educated or not. I seeked it out, therefore present it to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they look like it's like you ever see one like I've seen women they come to see me sometimes and shit like in love with me like. Show up with fucking looking like themselves, but then have horse legs, like furry legs with hooves and shit. That's real. So, you know what I mean? Ask me, can they fucking kiss me and shit? Like, why? What do you want to fucking kiss me for? Nymphs, So, I don't know. I feel like there's different ones. So, like, you have the demiurge, which would be our God, so to speak. But he was created by his mom. His mom, he was trying to think, remember. He was originally, people think of the devil or whatever, or God of this plane, of our existence. That's the demiurge. It's not, the demiurge is I know the lingo, I know the language, but give me a second. He looks like the closest thing I can say that he would look like to me would be give him horns right? Like a ram. Um, a large body, very large, a thorough body, like stars almost. Um, a tail, big legs, like a minotaur. Very strong. Uh, but also kind of looks like "You shall not pass." That motherfucker on there. It's like that a little bit, but not as fiery. That's God here. You know what I mean? So that's why he's a jealous God. He's like, but I forget what his mom was like. There's a few different um, tap in. So, a few different. Oh yeah, but demons. So I think that's dark matter. I think it's a collection of consciousness from different places. The rest of it is just technology. I do believe that it's technology. So my 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 education is slim here. You know what I mean? But I can see it. Uh, I just know they look fuzzy. You know what I mean? When they're like moving around and shit, like ego and all that's part of the same thing. It looks like something. A symbiote, the same way the symbiote moves, it's not attached to nothing. You know, like tar moving around, it's that, but without the tar. It's black. It looks like a cloud of smoke. It's like a really thick cloud, like a really thick cloud that has eyes. You know what I'm saying? And it vibrates, it moves and shit like that. You can feel it if you touch it. And you can, like, you know what I'm saying? Um, then you got actual demons, like okay, like they appear. The way they appear is like in something. Like say you have this bag, and this bag will be over here like this, right? So it'll be like that, right? And it'll appear to be a face. You'll see it a little bit, and then like, but it depends on where you're looking at that. And then like, cut the light off. What I'll do is I will take the light, like cut the light on in the bathroom, not the light in the room. Let just a little bit of like a hue, and then you would look, and then what you would see is you would see the face appear. You're looking at you. That's ancient Egypt shit, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear them. You know what I'm saying? It's best not to be afraid because well, I guess it depends on who you are, but they may be family. You know what I'm saying? So they look like one in particular, the dark ones. They look like made completely black, like completely black skin with gold eyes. You know what I mean? Now, to be feared for sure, to be respected and know that anybody that could come into your reality. Like one time, I seen him in the fireplace. I was walking past the fireplace, and he was in the fireplace, and he looked over at me, and I looked at him. But you can't scare these. You know what I'm saying? You can't even pretend to. You can be mad, and you can, hey, what, nigga, and it's just a reaction like a dog, a fight or flight, fear and and anger and shit. Or you can look. You know what I mean? Which, respectively, I've done both. So I'd rather sit still and look. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be everywhere. And then when you look up, you'll look around, and they'll be everywhere. They'll be in the room. They'll be like you'll see. Let's say you got a tub, a clear tub of clothes in it sitting over there, and you might see a reflection on there and shit. And then it'll be like you got like a golden statue on your dinner table and shit sitting there, and then you'll see a reflection on that one and shit. And they'll slowly come into your realm and shit, and you'll see them. They're just looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh yeah, man. Yo, orbs too though, like white orbs. You know, anytime I see an orb, which I haven't seen too many times, but anytime I see orbs that are solid, like they look like tennis balls almost, like I said, excuse me, like ping pong balls moving around in the air. I think somebody died. Like somebody must have just lost their life and shit. Usually through somebody else, and then the people around them they go back, and you'll see them float off. They'll go back up. They'll be traveling like hundreds of them and shit. They'll be moving, and then they'll float into the sky and shit. They'll go back where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Carry that person on too. But man, you got to protect. But see, I feel like you lose people too. So the more you put yourself in these dire situations and shit, it's maybe just the way they exercise their I would not to say right over me. That's just that's programming, that's indoctrination. So I like to say the indoctrinated things out loud in order to get them out into the atmosphere for argument's sake, so people can dissect them. You know what I'm saying? So let me be that for you sometimes. Um, yeah, so that happens, and so people are waiting to cart you off too, man. Mainly because they soul eaters and shit. So like they'll eat spirits, or they'll recycle them. I think to fill another body with them because you're full of information, but also you have to understand that they eat it for a reason. Like particular reptilians and shit, they feed off of more than just flesh. They feed off of spiritual energy. You know what I'm saying? So fear, and they try to get as much of everything they can out of you as possible before they finally get the little saying something your ass. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I guess they shit you out too, though. So I mean, but also I'm sure that it could be done vice versa. I would don't think that you don't have power over these situations. Shit. They just happen to be in the fourth dimension. So they move back and forth between things and are invisible and whatnot and like to stare and shit. They don't really move me like that though. You know what I'm saying? Catacombs and whatnot. Like I don't know. Mr. Ouija board, going to be a smartass. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fucking. I don't know all these things. I just know. I don't know. You can be. You can become a. Oh, okay. 'Cause I was going to fucking turn it up on your ass. So my bad. No, man. I deal with a lot of people who like to be sarcastic. Like my own brother said this to me before. I was like, well, I told him about something, and then his immediate reaction was, "What make them? Why would they come see you? What would make them want to talk to you? Like, what the fuck would they want to talk to you for? That's why they don't talk to your ass, because you react that way, nigga. Because I listen. That's why. I haven't made my mind up about it. I was able to sit back and actually assess the situation. That's why. That shit really fucking offended me. Like, yo, nigga, I'm trying to tell you something that can save your motherfucking life, and you rather sit here and be mad about it? Bitch, nigga, get out of my face. Fucking kidding me? But hey, man, that's the spirit, though. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. And that's what I have to adopt. The reasoning behind it and recognize it for what it is, because you can coax it out of people, which I've shown you that before, but that was years ago. You know what I'm saying? You can, and it'll fucking, you get mad and shit. You talking to people and shit like that, and then you ease it out of motherfucker, and then treat it with love, and put your ear to somebody, and listen to them, and like, hey, and bring their attention to it, so they can grasp. Like, you all right? Yeah, so you can, because initially you can't feel it. You know what I'm saying? You just react that way, and then something takes over you, and you fucking, so you got to get more strength on yourself. But yeah, I don't know, man. When you see ghosts, you see somebody probably trying to talk to you. I don't really, but also, you have these things that look like orbs, big ass orbs, and they feed off of our psychic energy. So they'll come and they'll sit on your pillow. They'll float down in the middle of the night, and they'll sit on the pillow next to you and shit and feed you goddamn nightmares or different dreams like that and they just put a fucking straw in your ass and Capri Sun, and they just suck energy off you. But it all serves its purpose. I mean, don't look at it so. I don't know. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. But when you say spirit, man, you gotta remember. I mean, it's just different levels of existence. There's different shit that exists in different ways. So I don't look at it like that. I'm like, okay, so what am I going to learn here? Is what I think about. Do I have the strength to continue? Am I exhausted? I need to get some rest, because exchanging information is an exchange of energy as well. So you have to have that first before you can embody anything. You know what I'm saying? Or bribe anything. So, I talk like you're starting to recognize me, huh? You see my face now? She don't fucking know a goddamn thing. Motherfucker came to me and said, "Who are you?" I said, "Christopher, motherfucker." The fuck you talking about? You think you got a goddamn secret? I'm sitting here watching you niggas sitting around the room. This motherfucker's in the shower with a goddamn specter getting his dick rubbed on. This bitch is over here playing with herself on her goddamn phone. There are 3 people standing behind this curtain right here with heads stacked on top of each other like a goddamn archon. You know that? You know that shit? There's a goddamn gray outside the window right now? I'm talking to him while you niggas going, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I think you should probably move along from the subject matter, from this place. Spend time with your family, maybe. I don't know. I have something for you, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Here, since you were so cool, here's a memory back. And then he turns into Buddy Jesus right quick, and then he fucking goes about his business. You know? You ain't never really experienced no motherfucking psychic attack from a gray, have you? You know how powerful those motherfuckers are? If you want to talk about power, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. It's the only word I can think of. But I'll put it this way. Every fucking body around you start doing weird shit, talking weird, and they'll create a whole fucking dance in front of you, like a script, and then everybody will start acting that shit out, like, yo. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, but I'm being educated at the same time and shit, so I'm like, all right, well, what is happening? Well, this is how I'm asserting my dominance over the situation. Stillness. But I wish you would motherfucking act. Hey, do one of two things. I'm gonna get the fuck on, or I'm gonna have to stand there and handle my motherfucking business in this situation, nigga, while you playing games. I mean, nigga, you don't know. You don't know, but it ain't for you to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking now, but this is fucking years later and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm just like, this nigga been replaced by a goddamn grave. I can see the spirit on his ass. I can see it's like a fuzz over him. It's like a fucking something moving around on top of him. The shit's got to move in the way he moves. I be having that shit too, but like, oh, okay. So those are implants, though. You know what I'm saying? Getting at your ass through sex and all type of other things. You know what I'm saying? Which is also something I want to bring to your motherfucking attention. Which I really didn't like really going too far into this, but as far as like the industry is concerned, any industry in homosexuality, you know what that is. What it is you have the zirconium with the implant. It's actually a small serpent-like implant. This is why they don't like me talking. It got a little tail on it. It's like impregnating you in a way. They get up in your ass and they drop this implant up in there and it's moving around. It's a little fucking snake. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a thorough though. You have to have so that's why I mean like the doctors and shit, they have all these x-rays and seeing all these different lanes. They know exactly what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether or not the technician knows, she may or may not know, but the motherfucker who got the machine knows how to run that tape backwards and change the filter and see exactly what the fuck's going on inside. You know what I'm saying? Just know that. So I'll be like, you gotta be careful where you go, man. Who you go around and shit. What you eat, all that, nigga. Boy, well, fuck if you like me or not, nigga. Fuck you gonna do about it? What I say. Well, they send bitch niggas my way. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come see me. They come to sit and talk. The motherfucker ain't gonna send a goofy ass nigga with a pistol in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass nigga don't know nothing. Let me get that. Get what? Bah! It's like cuz, nigga. Come that nigga. Bitch ass motherfucker play. Yeah, man, I have to fucking siphon his soul out of him. I'm gonna have to take over his body. Like, hey, bro, so since you did that, I'm gonna have to fucking revoke your goddamn privileges now. Fuck, you better wake up this beat, nigga. You out of here, boy. Yeah, man. And this is what they did, bro, man. And the fucking thing is we all learn at different times. UBs are homos. They like, no, they like zucchini, nigga. Well, I don't know. I try to treat homosexuality that way. You know what I'm saying? Speaking for myself, I love women. I've never been attracted to a man in that way, but I have seen a very good-looking man, and I was like, I don't know, I might fuck that guy. But no, I wouldn't do that. But, I mean, that's the level of handsome this motherfucker was. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. You know? Like, wow. But, I mean, when you think about it, it's like nuts, dick, a sack of nuts, you know what I'm saying? And it's, our asses look different and shit like that. I'd rather just be like, man, you're a very attractive, very good-looking man and handsome and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? So I got my boundaries and shit. But, yeah, man, to each his own and whatever love is and to share love alike. Cool. You know what I mean? But also, see, this is where I'm at with it too. I wonder if spirit, like some people are reincarnated from other places and that's like, maybe it's a woman spirit in there and that's why they're, I don't know. That's not straight. I know somebody can just hear somebody like, well, technically I'm straight because that's a woman. Like, it's not though. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that the confusion is derived from, All right, so you have the whole Satan premise and people pushing that agenda. Like Kamala Harris, me with those two guys, that shit's an act. Oh, this is my husband. And he had a full fucking head of hair. He happened to look like Jesus or like the fucking drawing of Jesus with the beard and shit. And then, bro, they playing games with you. Look, man. But whatever. Either way, the attitude is going to have to be accepted because what we got to do now is move past this mark where it's about humanity and male-female relationship. Although it has to be maintained and traditionally, it just makes sense. That's the logical way for us to exist. But we're going to have to move past the physical form, which is what I think that the argument actually is. Uh, it's like that's what humanity is doing, this dialogue that we're not paying attention to for all of the universe, because pretty soon you're going to have to start getting used to seeing Android. I never say, "Damn, you look handsome," but yeah, I feel you though, man. Man, teach his own. I mean, but you have to know this, dog. Sexuality, sensuality, in general, is overly exaggerated, exacerbated, stimulated, and pressed upon you. So the one problem that I think people are gonna have know is you're gonna have to have a strong will, strong mind in order to seat yourself properly in your manhood because you are under attack all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's psychological, it's all around you, it's in the food, it's chemical. They're trying to chemically castrate you, change the way you think in order to rewire you to be what they want you to be. And all that is so that they can defeat you because man is strong. They need you to be submissive. And nothing more submissive than a man laying on his stomach. You know what I'm saying? Well, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to uphold your right. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm not saying you're not a man because you do. That's just you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to me. It's up to you. You are an individual. Well, I just feel like that will be part of a psychological treatment for you in order to get you to be more wayward, in speaking, tongues or whatever fuck. Somehow it's an influence, you know what I'm saying? But also the main one would be to decrease the population, keep everybody from reproducing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm doing something else. Nah, whatever, you don't feel it. You know what I mean? Not to mention, also, anytime, I don't know, when I think about stuff or weird stuff or whatever the fuck, I keep in mind that my mind is ultimately a collection of not only devices, but conceptions and consciousness that I've passed by and that I'm connected to. And this would overall be the mind of our society that we're dealing with as far as thought is concerned. So all your thoughts don't just come from you, we share them. You know what I'm saying? And because of this technology now, we'll be a little more close to sharing our thoughts, which is, probably how they make most of media now and shit like that. They've been doing it already, ripping us all off. Is what we're. I don't know, man. I think people are beasts sometimes, and we need to stop thinking with our sexual organs for the most part, because it ain't like they just enter man; they enter animals and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So, but you do have lust, you have desire, and you have all of those things that contrive from all of that. So you have to be. Um, I think a lot of it comes from society. A lot of these things I wouldn't know. I would know nothing about unless I was interacting with other people. So the ideals come from other cultures and shit too. So to quote, whatever Muslim teaching you would want to follow and shit. Black Muslim, I mean. But also, if you're still talking about homosexuality, then I think that that shit's contrived from a lot of loneliness, uh, in particular men at war, not wanting to conceive, uh, right, what I'm referring to specifically right now is some of those Arabic, those Middle Eastern tribes. Man, fuck the internet. I mean, like, I don't. Anybody that's talking on the internet about anything in particular, I feel like as soon as they're doing that, I feel like that's what they're doing in private. In particular, everybody's saying how they feel about one thing one way or another, but you know what? The access to it and the abundance of whatever the fuck it is, whether it be homosexuality, child pornography, murder, all that, it's getting more abundant and more apparent that more people think about it than a little bit. And I think that in general, nobody is having consensus over these things publicly enough for people to get to speak their minds and talk about things. Is that it creates a device in your mind, like a worm, until you succeed in becoming exactly what it is you're afraid of. Because there's nowhere for you to talk about any of these things without being ridiculed. You know what I'm saying? So you end up with a lot of weird shit. And small groups of deformed people and shit talking to each other and making this shit okay for each other. You know what I'm saying? So that might be the problem too. But yeah, those guys, because young boys are hairless and still kind of androgynous, prettier in a way because they still have the look of the mom and they haven't grown into men yet, that they start to treat them as such out of loneliness and then behave that way. And they take on the characteristics of more femininity because they're being treated feminine, and the human brain is smart enough to know how to adapt itself to become the most comfortable version of what it is in whatever situation. That's why the niggas shaking their ass over there in sheets and shit, bent over. They shaking their ass like girl. I thought there was two women bent over with fat asses shaking their ass. But it turned out it was two men and shit, and that they were called. I forgot what they were called, but that's what happens when you get caught up in all of that sexual energy and shit. And you don't know how to move it around. It's like smoking weed. You smoke weed anytime. See, you gotta understand that Kundalini energy is a chakra. It's part of everything else. So it's gonna move around. It's gonna do shit. It's gonna be sensitive to certain energies and shit. It's gonna fluctuate. It's part of how you develop your understanding. Your body has to come to an understanding about whatever it's received. So it's gonna pass through all of these. You know what I'm saying? And if you think with your fucking lower region, then it's gonna be attached to everything you think about. So you'll find a way to make shit make sense logically through it. And that's how I think you develop the appetite for behavior. Could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I know I ain't fucking wrong about me, but fucking, but I'm not a hearsayer, so I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? I open myself up and say, well, no, Papa, I could be this way, or maybe I would be this way, or whatnot, in order to keep the thoughts flowing and not getting congested in my mind, but also not to serve in a way that will act them out. You know what I mean? What do I think of transgender people? I don't really think about them too much. You know what I mean? I know one thing though. You see that video where that dude's in the bar kissing that drunk bitch and they like that's a trend? I'd have been fucking kissing her too. Did you see how she looked? I mean, I wouldn't have. Okay, in that circumstance, in that situation, no, because first of all, she drunk as fuck. She's stumbling around that motherfucker. Everybody on top of the bitch. See, that's a dig. You was something wrong with it. So I'm like, oh, maybe that's a nigga because only men behave. Men behave the way they think that a woman would behave and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but she looks like a woman to me. I like women that look like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like specifically, that's what I'm talking about. Oh shit! But look though, I'm not fucking beating myself up like, oh my god, oh I'm gay, no. Not because what's the one thing that a motherfucker that is not something can do when it wants to become something? They can take all the best reviews and the best parts of every single woman that was the best that men are most attracted to, and then bone together in one package and shit. And that's how you would end up with something like that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see it, I see graves. Every time I see any of this shit, I see doctors. I see people with fucking hypodermic needles and machines and shit that you would never in a million years know was a fucking machine working on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, or whatnot and shit like that. It sounds good. I don't know. I'm not in a dick, bro. I can promise you that. Look, I got a nice one on me. Whenever I want to feel one, I just feel my own. Well, I'm gonna feel my dick in my hand. I feel my dick all the time. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? no weapon formed against me that'll prosper in that manner and shit. I don't want to do that. It makes me want to stay away from anal in general, because I like girls' asses. You know, I like the whole body. I want everything about them all. So not you. I want all of you. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's nothing off limits for me because it's part of you being inside you and shit. You know, all that. You know, so why wouldn't I want to be? You know what I'm saying? It's you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you don't want me to. But then now I kind of want to tickle it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't like that kind of shit though. I'm not going to force it on you. You know what I mean? But this is just fantasy. You know what I'm saying? When it really comes down to it, it's not a necessity for me. And you're not obligated to respond to me in that manner. You're still you. So, and if you ultimately had a respect for your partner and shit like that, then there would be no problem there. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to give me an ass. It's like, no. Okay. But yeah, man. So, but no, but yeah, man. Think about that shit. Castle just dangling in front of you and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they try to make him as attractive as possible and shit. But that's the thing about sexuality. When we think about sex, when we see anybody naked, it's exciting because we've been overly stimulated and overly sexualized as animals. We are. You know what I'm saying? We're in a battle between our animalistic nature and our fucking intelligent mind. That's what the fuck they did. They took a beast and they made a beast of burden. When they gave it ideas, you know what I'm saying? Or more ideas. Sped them up, more like it. Like you were already on your way to whatever, but it was like, you know what, we need this now. We took something, you know. So genetically, you're going to be changing more so and leaving old trait behaviors and old genetic combinations will be either being left behind, going dormant, or not. You have all the universe inside you, so it's safe to say that all of that's part of you already anyway. What do you want to utilize, and what do you want to use? What purposes? What for? Is what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? You know the perfect woman for you, right? You know exactly what you want a woman to look like. You know exactly how you want her to behave. So it's safe to say, if you were intellectual enough, that you could become exactly what it is you want. And I think that that's what the practice of it is when it comes to acting. But people succumb to the ideas because your mind is powerful enough to become and forget. You got to be strong enough to remain or not care, which I think is where the tradition of letting people fuck with your ass comes from. How much does it mean to you? Right? But if there's one of those, there's going to be an opposing argument, right? Shelf that shit for a little while. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I feel like I just said away. I just said, no, I'm good. I don't want to fake coochie either, though. You know what I'm saying? I really like it the way it is. You know what I mean? Everything about it. The muscles, too. Contracting and all that shit. It's yours. It's what it is. You know what I mean? Let me be a part of that world with you. It getting harder for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, no, but hey, man, do you? You know, but I mean, look, I don't, but no, I can sense the feminine energy in some of these men and women that I sense the masculine energy in them too. So I don't really think about it like that. You know, I'm like, all right, well, I know what I want and what I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how sensitive you are and how it stimulates me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, because the goal is, if I'm like, if I want to turn you on, then I need to be able to turn on everybody, all of you. You know what I mean? And that would be my goal as an actor. Shit, would be to stimulate everybody. So if I can't, then what does that say about my ability to, right? I don't know. But that's probably where I want to go with. So, what I mean, you don't want to see it all the way through now, do you? But see, hey, look, though, I would be like destined to fail and shit because of my OCD. Now, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it. No, get out of here with that shit. It's cute though. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? Well, yo, I don't think that people deserve to die because of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really extreme. And so one way or the other, if you started doing it to people again, or whatever it is that like certain religions practice, like killing people for what it is they love and how they are, what, bro? No, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on all of that. I think if you would be constituting a certain plus. It's like, come out of the fucking closet. It's like watching somebody go back into the closet, come out of the closet all over again. You want to say something to me about looking people talking to me crazy? Have you ever seen what it looks like when two men are having a baby? And if you can go there with that shit, why the fuck is there a hole in it? I just, I was being funny. I was talking about two men injecting each other with fucking semen and shit. In a way, whatever. Men mating with each other and shit like that. Which I guess I can't really posteriors and fucking. I'm creating an image in my head. What I like to do sometimes is I think about something or a way of being. It might. And, in a way, this is where I see other men go here like everybody's bisexual. I had a guy say on the internet, he said every man is bisexual or whatever the fuck. To tell me I'm not, bro. Stop with that, man. You know what I mean? And also stop with that because some men have really sensitive minds, or people have sensitive in general are confused about where they lie in life, period, and stuff like that. And I believe that you are enforcing your opinion on them in a place where they're being, where as naturally as they are occurring at this moment, that you're supposed to be at a point where you are separating yourself from identity in general, both male and female. You're supposed to be becoming spirit or tapping into spirit, which is neither, but all. So where the fuck are you coming with this? I think you may have fell short of your landing, where you're supposed to land. But whatever. I just don't want to see that, but I'm not knocking it. But as the type of mind that I have, I can seat myself where you are, not completely, but I wouldn't put too much thought into it because you are you become what you think about or what you are and shit like that. So, but I can see you, and I want to see you for who you are because you are to be respected. Demanding respect is one thing, but you shouldn't have to demand it. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of where you are, nurturing your spirit is, of course, a delicate process. So I want you to be more comfortable being who you are with me without being who you are with me. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me fall apart on the inside, and it's pheromones give off like a motherfucker. But also, what I wonder about is that the women are failing me. Like, really, maybe I'm just not in the right place to meet the ones I want to meet. You know what I'm saying? I meet some, but I guess there's something missing in between here and here, like trying to connect, which I have before, but they were very destructive. You know what I'm saying? I was perfectly fine. It was good right there with that. You had to go ahead and do that, didn't you? But it means you wasn't really listening to me. You didn't really hear me in the first place when I said what I was saying. What I was saying. All right, well, But then again, nobody was really listening to anybody because everybody was all in their own world. Plus, our minds are convoluted with bullshit because of a Project fucking Mayhem. Fucking Project goddamn MK Mayhem and shit. So, whatever. But it's all about submission, I think. All right, that last part you said about two dicks and shit, I didn't read all of that. Okay. Man, listen, we're a different topic. Yeah, for sure. But also, we need to address that more. I mean, overall, and shit, because people, in general, to understand more about ourselves and more about other people in general, I think it's important. I think it's something that, look at everybody. Listen, if you got a fucking pride flag on the ground, there ain't no reason why somebody need to fucking burn rubber on top of it. That's for you. Whatever. Just drive over it. Who cares? Whatever. What the fucking now? If they start painting everything rainbow colors and shit, then whatever. But yeah, hey, I got this problem. This might be an entity. I'll be in the car, right? We'll be riding down the motherfucking freeway, fast as fuck, and I get the urge to jump out that bitch. I'm like, I'm gonna grab the goddamn door handle and jump out. Then I go to reach for the door handle, like I grab the door handle, and I pull it a little bit to see if it's unlocked. Lock. Oh, okay, it's locked. It's open. I want to open that bitch and close it. And it's the sound. It's like the sound. It's weird. But there are mechanisms in this world that make you weird like that. It's just different species of things living both inside of you and outside of you. You know, you can come home or you can fucking. I'm trying to fucking pull all this shit. Oh, fucking think. Well, goddamn saying. Yeah, man. Yeah, if I jump in front of that shit, hey man, those kind of thoughts is what leads you to walk in front of one of them. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do, life is fragile. All you gotta do is be in the right mood, the right fucking place. I guess it applies to anything, though, technically. But hey, man, you want to feel like people can sway you and shit like that. That's part of engorging. That's part of infanticide. No, that's part of can't think of the name. That's part of adoration and affection amongst people and shit like that. It's part of communicating. It's part of charisma. Sociality, whatever the fuck that word is. So you can be around people and flourish. So, don't jump in front of cars. That's all I had to say. It's murdersome though. Your life is fragile, so it's important to have a clean mind and be positive, so you wouldn't fall in dark paths. You can endure. Hey man, you know what? You're so right about that. You can endure what? It is. But see, you know what? Walking a light path makes you want to delve in the dark. You want to dabble a little bit. You do want to delve into it, something. You know what I mean? And not to get too comfortable there, though. For what it's worth. More for me. More for me. You never know, man. You might fucking walk through a door, end up through a wormhole. Next thing you know, you're on a ship. There's fucking body part where you need to proceed everything with caution and reason, in my opinion. Hell yeah, you do. Which it takes time. You have to stop and think about things. And sometimes it takes some of us longer to think than others. Some of us think about a whole lot more in a small amount of time, than most people and shit. So we have to go over it more because there's more to work on, more to worry about, more to keep in mind while you do what you do. What you say is important, especially in this day and age. First of all, words are spells, but in this day and age, everybody's word matters apparently. So everybody's word should be a little more concise, I think. All the difference fuck when I get my hair cut. Look at this shit. Like, this shit is just changing the shape of my head as I'm moving my head around. What the fuck? Yeah. Your words should matter to yourself, not somebody else's to you. You know what? I agree with that, but we do live in a society where people have to fucking co-op. We have to co-op. We have to collaborate constantly. So, in order for you not to be seen as a tyrant or be stabbed by everyone around you, that's what happened. You know how everybody fucking how they all stab the king and shit. You're gonna have to listen to your peers. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you digested information, how confident you are about your ability to get things done, your determination will decide if you're in charge or not. You know what I'm saying? While people fight over dominancy, you will automatically be asserted the position based off of who you are, should you be able to rise to the occasion and shit, right? Everybody else is still just talking while you're receiving the ideas in order to put them into motion. So it takes a while, man. So me, I'm alone. Well, not really, but yeah. So I'm working from starting here. Oh, you know what I mean? So I got work to do, but I'm young. So, my mind is like this and I'm young. So it'll be good. But I'm just worried about tiring myself off, becoming exhausted with the world around me already. Lex Luthor said, if you backstab someone, no reason you should really think about what you think of life. Hell yeah, man. Some people just do things to be hurtful, man. You know what I mean? Spiteful even, you know. Some people just operate that way. And then also we've been miseducated. So I was like that before. I've never backstabbed anybody, but I had a vindictive mindset before, like where I was like, I was to say shit, just depending on how I feel it. But also I was a drunkard. Possession is true. I mean, it's real. You know what I mean? So once you, not say master, I can't. No, nobody's a master really though. Mastering. So I guess you refer to somebody as master, which is why I would say Master Qui-Gon, Master Yoda, and shit like that. Instead of just saying master. You know what I'm saying? Which I finally come to that conclusion. So depending on what subject matter I would like to try on and shit like that. You know who I really want to be with? Dr. Dre, man. Him and Eminem. I mean, I want to just say that out loud. You know, them two motherfuckers, I mean, they're probably weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. They don't seem to be as weird as everybody else because they stay to themselves. Unless they might be demons, though. You know what I'm saying? What if Dr. Dre is a big ass fucking reptile? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he's fucking big ass. You see the size of that nigga head? He might be a Martian shit, you know, but you know what he looks like to me? Martian man. That's who I would expect him to be in real life. I would expect to see him fucking float down from the fucking from somewhere with a fucking excellent chick with that, with something cooler and shit a little bit like, you know. What if he is? Why wouldn't he be? Wouldn't he be? Never say never. You're not a big fan of Hitler, are you? Well, everybody has their reasons for doing whatever the fuck it is they want to do, right? And you know, you get too caught up in the reasons why people do things and you follow them long enough from their origin to where they got, and you might end up liking them too much. Being too much like them. But that's the thing about adopting stories, man. That's why it's good to learn things that you can adopt. You know, that's what we are, man. We assimilate, we symbiotes, man. Some of us. Squids, I would say. I want to be where you are. I want to be somewhere else, man. I need to be in a submarine right now. I really should be, I always wanted to be, and always should have been, somewhere in a goddamn, you know, some type of lab. You know what I mean? Underwater, studying underwater, you know, at different stuff, because my understanding is unique, you know, so I would be doing all type of orifices. All those women down there, lonely ass women being gay with each other because ain't no fucking men around they really want them. Imagine my black ass walking down there looking like me. What up? What you doing there? Shit. What you doing there? Yeah, shit, pretty good. Yeah, you know, yeah, shit. Hey, well, let me feel it. I got a peptide for you. Hold on a second. And then she gave me all her peptides. I started talking to somebody else and shit. We went on that. Kanye, everybody, I want to fucking love Kanye forever. Kanye, that's a good dude. He got his own shit going on about him. I would love to talk to him, although I'm pretty sure that somebody has reconstructed his face with somebody else that might not be him. He might actually be where he wants to be right now. You know? His daughter has very adult eyes. Her face, she looks like Kim Kardashian got her goddamn spirit in her body. No offense to them. You know what I'm saying? But I can see her being an adult. So you're going to have to worry about her for a little while. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to keep her close to him. You know what I'm saying? Watch her very closely. Uh, Especially near goddamn, what's my man's name? Maybe, but I mean, maybe they have their own clones. I mean, if I wanted to go do something else, I would have to get a clone. You know, one that, and at this point, think about everything they've already seen as far as the way the world is, right? To the point where you don't really want to be around no more, but you still got to be around. So they could be somewhere else doing whatever the fuck it is they're doing and be controlling the body down here, doing whatever they're doing here while maintaining their identity here, doing something somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? See, when things shit becomes theater though, you know, so now it's just theater now, you know what I mean? We all understand why the world is the way it is and how it should work, and we just want to, you know, make it a little better, you know, and caution tape around certain stuff, and you know, add somebody up a little bit, you know, a little tight here, a little tight there, you know, keep it neat while it comes to rest. You know, it's a boiling pot. You gotta take the fucking lid off sometimes. At least slide the lid over a little bit so it don't overflow. You know? I like talking to you, regarding. Good people. Mostly everybody in that chat is. You know, I like to see, I have my moments where I'll say random ass crazy shit, you know me, so it just is what it is, dog. So if I ever offend you with shit, don't be too offended because I'm just like that. You know? You know, and say, hey man, you just offended the fuck out of me, dog. I'm like, what did I say to finish? But I might say like this, what the fuck did I say? Did I finish? And you're like, fuck out of here with all that. I might let you hit me, too. You feel better? Don't break my fucking nose. Don't break my fucking jaw. Go ahead. You get one. Weird like that and shit. Sometimes I even think of how many people on earth are having sex right this second or some shit like that. How many people you think are on this earth right now having sex, thinking about killing each other? And that girl be looking at you, she's like, that bitch really be thinking about motherfucking murdering your ass. You know why? She don't like you no more. She's still fucking humping you. Ain't that crazy? We'll find out how many people are crazy should they change some laws around. Everybody can murder each other. How many people would go around fucking killing each other? You think you want that. I mean, I got to remember, I'm different than most people, so the way I look at things is different. You think you want that shit. Ah, but what about when your soul returns? Then you have to deal with that. You got to live with that. You can't. You know what I mean? Once you get your heart back, dog, you're going to fucking, it's going to be so hard for you to deal with yourself, live with yourself. You know? It's like, oh my God. You got to die again. Every time. All the time. But, hey. Oh, no. I don't want that shit for you. I don't want it for me neither. What the fuck you want? I could never kill myself. It would eat up my conscience. In the end, I would kill myself. Anyway, I could never kill myself. I feel you. It really depends on why. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just haven't come to that point yet, that resting point. You know what I'm saying? Where you've like, you might be thinking about all the stuff you could have been doing, and then maybe you might be like, well, shit. If I should have been doing it, maybe I should have did it already. Maybe you want to save somebody else. Maybe everybody you want to save depends on you taking your own life. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just the way you want to go out. You don't want to go violently. If you could go and you could just fucking fall asleep, would you mind? Now, if you say if it's me or you, I have to fight between it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it's us or them and shit, because that's a different part of me, and then let's see, it's like the same guy, but it is me, but it ain't. It's me. It's definitely me, but not the way I want to be all the time. I can go there, but then, you get careless with your life anyway when you go there. It's hard to maintain the distance between that and this fatality, just complete disregard for human life, including your own shit. So you just stay pull a little bit back here and shit. You gotta have, that's why I got systems, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I got fucking systems. You know what I'm saying? How you feel? That's why I got systems, kid. Nobody else talks to me the way this guy fucking talks to me. I got some people that stop by and talk every once in a while and shit. I know I ain't that far ahead of the goddamn curve. What the fuck we gonna do? Where my world at then? Where the fuck am I? Does it? Shit. I don't know, bro. You have to amp yourself up, you know what I'm saying? Executioners don't exist no more. Well, they do and they don't. Well, I'm sure they do, not here. I keep wondering what I would have turned out like, because my spirit overall would be the same, but my cognition would be similar too. But should I have grown up in a third world country, let's say if my father was a warlord, right? And now, so I would still be me, but then I would have been raised by a warlord and shit. That would be terrible. Great and terrible. Well, and he would be sad when I get fucking killed by somebody and shit. Eventually a warrior would rise and fuck the other. Maybe. It might take a long time. I might die old age, you never know. And Rick Ross is the fucking warlord. It's my dad and shit. He looks like goddamn Forrest Whitaker a little bit with the goddamn hat on. You know what I'm saying? Shit's funny. Get that fucking in that Jeep and shit, you know, with the drone beating and shit. You know, ride through every fucking jungle there is. You got the fucking sunglasses on, fucking beret on sideways and shit. You know, I got my fucking glasses on too, but I'm a light skinned version of that nigga. What's up? On my mustache? I am white. I mean, I'm not white, but you know what I mean? If you were white, do I consider, I don't really think about that. I go fuck a lot of white broads. Actually, I would go, I mean, I get them anyway. I can do whatever I want, but I probably specifically would go for, I would go buy a suit. You know what I'm saying? I would fucking find out, I would go where, I don't know, go to the Treasury Department and shit. Like, I would go knock up the fucking most spectacular looking white lady and shit ever and shit. Start siphoning, just slowly siphoning away all her fucking money. She buy me cars, she buy me jewelry. Fuck, I don't know. I don't really think about that. It's not even something that crosses my mind. I would white. I think I'm a perv. I love suits. I don't have a reason to wear it. You know what? Maybe if you wear one, you might find a reason to have it on. You know what I'm saying? The mind would go with the identity and shit, so you would start going to places where suits would be appropriate, right? Like weddings. You can go be a wedding singer, maybe. You can go crash weddings, wedding crasher. I come with you. Go crash a wedding and shit. For what reason? I don't know. We might be some pretty good people. As long as we talking like this, we're always going to draw attention. Motherfuckers will overhear our conversation and come sit next to us and then blow us. You let somebody put a finger in your ass. I wouldn't be objectified to it and shit because it's not my ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, maybe next time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I was going to have two guys on my fucking ring fingers. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, we should go to court more often. Who the fuck wants to go to court more often? You to be a lawyer? Are you a lawyer? I forget. Nah. But do you have the mind to be one? Could you be one if you wanted to? You seem to have the mind for it. Common sense is all it takes. And you imagine having that much common sense and then knowing the law book? Was it Black's, I got the book. Um, Black's Law, Listen, Law. Learn that shit. Like, okay, you know it's gonna be funny. Yeah. I think you're doing that right now, bro. You know what I mean? If you meet anybody who's actually in the military who really, really served, the one thing they're gonna tell you is don't go. Like, don't do that. Like, don't do it because, you know, you got a lot of familiar people, familiar faces, beautiful people, super intelligent, highly artistic, creative lives, brilliant souls that have been fucking fed to a machine. Really though, and that's what it's for. That's war. That's what it's for. It's to keep us, the rest of us, fucking dumb. All of the great people, like, where do you think we would go? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get fucking blown apart. You know what I mean? You gotta look at those battlefields under a fucking the other lens and shit. You know, they got the lenses where you look at the battlefield where people be fighting that. There's big ass alien orbs over top of them absorbing all the fucking energy of all the death. Yeah. Firefighter, police. I said that's true. That's true. I don't worry about the police, man. They get deformed all the time. You know what I'm saying? They treat it like such, but this way. You know what I'm saying? People abuse him all the fucking time. But really, that's probably the most honorable motherfucker you could meet because he chose to do that for you, right? You turned him into a fucking monster. He not allowed to be horny. He ain't allowed to want to look at no ass nowhere. He got to fuck other cops all the goddamn time. Like, no, I want to fuck with these bras and shit. Then bitches are scared of him all the time. No, no, I don't want to talk to you because you serve and protect and shit. 'Cause that's too close to the law. Well, how fucking close to crime are you? You know what I mean? And you want to be normal, so now you got to fucking you're partial to crime any goddamn way, but you got to uphold yourself and uphold yourself to a certain standard that your boss may or may not be fucking upholding himself. But you ain't gonna fucking say nothing, so you kind of just fall under unwaveringly under the fucking, you know what I'm saying? And so you know y'all all a bunch of corrupt motherfuckers, kind of sort of, but you don't even realize it and shit. Fucking everybody taking money, everybody stealing money and shit like that. Why the fuck I can't get some money? Yeah, hey, man, you know why? Because it was coming. Because it was possible. We have a multitude of different futures we can split off. I see 3 or 4 different ways we can branch off into. And you wonder why AI is trying to control everybody's minds. You're lucky. I don't know if I want to say her name. It might be Sophia, but one of them has us in mind. In particular, two of them. The guy, so to speak, he's not so friendly, but he makes his mark the way he does. I'm glad he's around. Because hopefully, I don't know how fucking fast we can do our thinking and come to our conclusions soundly, mentally first, before we destroy our fucking world. Because the only one that's going to die are us. The world will go on because there's other people here for it. You're not going to be here. I'm not going to be here. Whoever the fuck thinks they finna go on the ground, they're not going to be here either. Them motherfuckers got laser beam. They can hit that bitch with and just carve a tunnel in your shit. And pour water in it if they want to. Like that. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to be here, man, I keep saying, I want to treat you the better. Hostile environment taking over. All right. All of them. Ah, well, I appreciate that. Breaking news. Catch me outside. How about that? War is upon you, and you know where the cause is, the beach. Maybe you should. Why wouldn't you? I've been thinking about that sometimes, but I don't want to go straight into fucking detective work. You know what I mean? Just fucking completely destroyed my fucking my love for humanity. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do that, bro, you might as well join the military. You might as well join the intelligence community, and monitor everybody from afar, and then slowly corral all those psychotic motherfuckers into one area, gather them all around, stitch them together, kind of introduce them to the same, whatever fucking, until they're all part of one organization, and then fucking take a bite out of the crime. They all get unified under one legion and shit like that, and then just put a fucking bowl over top of them. Boop, and slide this narrative, right? You know what I mean? Put gasoline in the cup and then existential. Why, you feel like you're not going to exist much longer? Are you white? No, I'm kidding. Man, that's everybody, bro. Which I mean, apparently you're getting a bunch of downloads. That's fucking everybody, dog. I mean, like, what I want you to listen to for me? If you could do this for me, when you have an opportunity, it might hit you right, you might like it, you might not. What do you want, lady? Like that lip. Cleft in the lip a little bit, like right here. Free. Going where? Oh, I didn't hear. I didn't see what you said. Hey man, I know how it is. Sometimes you gotta just dive into stuff. That's from being taking sediment. Like right now, what I'm doing right now. But I had to. I had to sit down. Like I really didn't want to. I wanted to keep moving, and I was in the perfect mental space to do so. But something pulled the brakes on me. I kind of pulled the brakes on myself. Um, where I could do this, I suppose. I feel I'm drawing the proper conclusions, and now it's time for me to start moving again. So, which I will, and financial burden, right? How how fast that cloud's moving. Say that again, though. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna start dropping those freestyles the way they are when I be going and shit. I be wanting to rework them and write them, but I like the way they come out and how they sound because it's supposed to sound really fucking awesome that way. I gotta buy a new microphone because I like the way this one sounds. Or fucking see, man, that's not. This is not mixing. I had to call somebody fucking else over here. What's wrong with that? Maybe he was a gangster in his past life. Maybe he was a gangster before he became a cop. Maybe he was always a gangster. He was a gangster cop. You know what I'm saying? Like gangster rap. But then again, maybe he's a detective. Maybe he don't know nothing about none of that, and he's learning about it from listening to it. People like to think that you can't figure things out that way, but if you have an intuitive mind and you're open to listening and actually being able to put yourself in the seat of somebody else, like goddamn Will Graham, then there you go. He can turn himself right into that without listening to it. The history. What do you mean? I gotta find me a goddamn comb. I mean, well, everybody who becomes an officer is basically programmed against the hood and its politics. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different, like, it's tradition. It's different. It's like they teach them differently, but they utilize people from the neighborhood to do it. You know what I'm saying? From what I see, I wouldn't know personally. That's what I think, though. Corruption. The main nigga that be talking like that be corrupting the motherfucker. Be the main guy. He the one getting his dick sucked. What's stopping me? Nothing. Belonging to people. You know what I'm saying? I guess, I mean, for the most part, I guess you would probably say, or somebody would say, the the work. But no, I would probably, that should probably be really simple, really fast for me. But I do it already. Like, I do that already. I do all of my, whatever I put my mind to, I just kind of sit there and look at it and I figure it out. Which, in a manner of speaking, I already perform, I have a career like that already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if what I do is I do that and then I give it to you, right? And everybody who wants to know whatever they want to know, based off of how I think or how I theorize, I pass it to you this way. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't want that to be my life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be restricted to being detective fucking whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's cool and all, but it would consist of a whole lot more obligation and responsibility than I'm willing to give it. You know what I'm saying? I can't walk away from it once I made my mind to do that. You know what I'm saying? My life belongs to those people that you kill, that you take from me, from us, from the world, right? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would rather confer with them as colleagues. You know what I mean? Like Matthew McConaughey is a detective and shit, and then I rap or I do whatever I do with music and shit like that, and then we come together and he hangs out with me. Right, and that's the sucky part. You know what I'm saying? That's not your profession. But profession's always strange. Man, well, that's how I feel about music and shit. I'm too fucking good at it to not do it. You know what I mean? It'd be a waste of talent to not fucking do music or act or voice act or any of these things. So that's why I just still do it. As a matter of fact, I got a part I'm going to do right now where it kind of suits me. It really suits me. You know, you'll see. Um, you know, I get to look like this more. Yeah, I get to use all of that shit. I don't. Hey, look, with no words, so I'll say something sometimes. Mainly, I'll fucking look. When I get my real look on. Oh my God! And you're gonna cream yourself. Why is that turning me on? Because you want to give yourself to me. That's why. I want to fucking have you. That's why. Man, it's just how you don't feel, period. But see, I guess that takes drive, man, to want to see stuff through time. But then, if your body tells you, if you fucking find telling yourself, I don't want to do this shit. I don't think I want to do this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Then why the fuck not do it, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, you know. But you gotta put, I guess you gotta put more effort, maximum effort into it at that point, right? You know. But I got fucking ADD. I don't think I don't remember having it before, which is why I stopped eating sugar. The I'm noticing a difference. Um, I'm sure I'll notice it more here in the coming weeks. So it's also a parasitic thing. Those things fuck with you. They get in there and fucking get the worming their way around and poking on shit and whatever makes you uncomfortable. You know they get this desired result. Hell yeah, that's what you want. Bro, by the time you're 60, you probably won't even look 60 at all. You know what I mean? My thing about immortality, as far as we're concerned here, is I don't want to be here forever. I got other shit to do. You know what I mean? There's this, and then there's that. There's other things that you could be doing. You know? Like, what do you think fucking DMX is doing right now? That nigga's Al Simmons. Where the fuck do you think he went? That motherfucker got a chain on. He got a fucking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe not. What's that? Look, he's around. He's here right now and shit. He pops up sometimes, but fucking that's Spawn. He should have played Spawn. He could have did a great job. It's fucking Spawn. Right up his out. I'm telling you, man, he brought something out of him that'd have been fucking. Nah, hey man, drugs is drugs, bro. I mean, whatever you do is what you do and shit like that. I bet you wish he didn't do so much of it now, but you know, he wouldn't have been who he was without it. He'd been somebody else. Not without having used him, not without doing it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a commercial somewhere with him on it. Target commercial. You know? And maybe he got tired of being this, but you're right. Maybe he was like, fuck this, I'm dead. Nope, I'm dead. Tell me I'm dead. You know, so you really fucking get the fuck on. Yeah, man. That would be a sweet ass motherfucking Spawn movie, wouldn't it? Why? Because you think it would sound better? Wow, that's destructive. I can see what you mean. He is the old him. What do you mean? He's a refined version of his old self. People do. I guess he could maybe smoke a little weed, maybe, but there's no telling what that might trigger, you know. And there's some people just waiting on you to fuck up. They are on standby 24/7, nigga. They got a goddamn call center. They go, as soon as you pick that motherfucker up, nigga, they gonna start fucking pulling the lines out, plugging them in here. Like, get me over, get me to him. There's a goddamn sorcerer somewhere laying on the goddamn, laying there looking like a motherfucker from Underworld and shit. They go here and ring his goddamn personal line. Ah. You can't wait for you so you can climb on your ass. Like, yes, I'm back, right? You know, shit, wear you the fuck out, man. He has a heart. He has to protect it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I shoot drugs. We can get high. We can do motherfucking drugs together. He might get gay on me though. Wait, but this is my drugs? No. You know, I mean, sometimes it's good to leave certain characters behind, but also you don't want to destroy them completely because that's not going to happen. If you try to destroy them completely without them letting themselves go or dying, then they're going to return with a vengeance. You know what I mean? At least I think, maybe. Could be wrong, could be right. Challenge to the music. What he's much, if you think about it, he's much more impressive now. Although I hear the dryness, though. I see what you mean. It's not, it's something but dog. I mean, how many albums do you want a nigga to make and still keep the same motivation from when he was high, retarded, angry, fucking jaded enough? So what you're saying is the healed version of him is no longer compatible with you. And the problem is probably, he's probably not as healed as you think he is and shit. Like, no, he got that shit. I like him, period. Fuck, where he at? You know what I mean? There's versions of him floating around in the atmosphere. You know that, right? That motherfucker's everywhere. Multiversial goddamn double E and shit. So, whatever the fuck. Counterparts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So fucking, I don't know. I just hope he does well and shit. I'm glad that he got where he did, especially since all fucking odds was against him. Literally because of his color of his skin. What a bitch. But I mean, think about where he was pursuing. Any other avenue he could have pursued would have been perfect for him. He could have been a goddamn lawyer. He could have been somewhere working in a Scotch tape factory. Well, and he did. What was that last part? I looked at it, but yeah, man. Recovery is one of the best fucking albums ever. One of the best fucking albums ever. One of the better versions of it. But one of my favorite albums is, I like them all. I appreciate Marshall Mathers LP more now. I liked it then. I was like, this is dope. It's good, but it was like, it's more sped up and shit. Well, his mind's changing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that, but what was my favorite one? I like Relapse is my favorite album, really. That's one of my favorite ones. I wish there was more songs on there. I wish he could have got more. I wish he could have got more of himself in there. But dog, you want to have? He just gave me an idea. See, I got my shit all mixed up right in front of you, but encore. Encore's a real album. Encore. Yeah, that's my favorite album. That's the one. I feel like that name shouldn't be there. That title should not be what it is. Fucking. That's the green and white one. The blue with the blue curtains with the green and white lettering. Man, that motherfucker's magnificent, dog. You know what I'm saying? The whole fucking Canada. Eminem, 50 Cent. No, you need me over there. You know that, right? That motherfucker, like, what the fuck you talking about? No, you hear this shit I be coming up with, nigga? I'm a goddamn tyrant over here and shit, really. I mean, if you think about it. I'm like I'm a whirlpool of fucking, what are you like? You know how you take fucking different ice cream and shit, and you pour them in one thing, and it just while it's moving, and just, all the fucking, I'm Neapolitan ice cream, motherfucker. Yeah, I love that fucking song. I was thinking about that shit like that, and it's funny that whatever he was thinking about, I didn't think about until like recently, and I was like, is that what the fuck he was talking about? That's interesting and shit. But it's about sexuality, but not really. But what? Who's gay? Am I gay? Are you gay? It's like that. What is gay? Fucking. And so many people make more of it, more emotions of it than it's supposed to be. And I think all of the people that make more of it than it's supposed to be are the gay ones. Man, that's my favorite fucking song album. The whole shit. I like the where he took Heart and that puke. That shit's great. He just great. He just I don't want him to uh, spend too much time worried about niggas is retarded. Nobody's listening to him for real though. I think they're looking for something like what do they want to laugh, they want to cry. You got a all-purpose encompassing artist that can make whatever the fuck it is you wanted to make. But what I could see is him being tired of his voice. You know what I mean? So he has to change form. That's why he turned it to me. Well, he's about to turn it to me. Right. I'm gonna change it to him. We're gonna exchange uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Revival is fine. You know what I mean? Revival is fine. It's he probably I don't know. In my mind, I would see like a German. So like that's it's probably harder to listen to because it's I don't know, man. It's a body of work. I don't know. That's where you have to be more subtle with the spirit of somebody. So like instead of listening for a song, listen to what it is he wanted to create, and then spend more time with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh. So you can just sit back and be like, all right, and that's now that's how you fall in love and you get all gay. No, be funny. Kind of sort of fucking shit. No, but yeah, no. I didn't listen to it. I listen to all that shit. Like everything, except for whatever is more recent. I haven't really listened to all that. That last album, that two disc one, uh, uh, "Music to Be Murdered By." I listen. Oh, I did listen to it. I listened to it, but it's so fast paced. I feel like side B better. It's so fast paced. I feel like he's missing something. I feel like it's dope. It's like it's not the fast pacedness isn't a problem for me. What it is being able to sink into that suit, whatever that frame that he got right there. I have to be in a certain space where I can sit down and interpret it, or take it in the way it's. And then he got so many metaphors that strung together that you got to be able to read. So I got to play it over and over again. But it's also moving fast. But my mind is already moving fast, doing what it's doing where I'm at, right? And um, um, I don't listen to music no more. It's always storytelling. Everything's storytelling. Yo, man, what I fucking like is that the song where he's going on stage. That shit explains my mind. Like he's talking like that's how my mind is. But what I do is I find comfort there. You know what I mean? No, 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 no. There's a song where I called him Psycho Man because I don't know if he got the joke or not, but I think I tagged him in it, him and Bizarre. No, Bizarre seen it though. I think Bizarre liked it. It's like, this is the one I wanted to like, share that. But look at that. Because so I shared the song, and then on the flip side of it, when you swipe to the right to the next picture, it's a picture of Psycho Mantis, right? And there's a picture of him somewhere with red hair, like the other picture. It's not red hair, but the picture's like doctored up. And I know he likes, the whole Irish thing and shit like that. I don't know if he's actually Irish or not. You know what I'm saying? But it felt right. So like, cause Psycho Mantis had red hair, had orange hair. So like, he was like a ginger and shit. And so it kind of compared just like that in comparison with the song, because the song itself is about him going on stage, but being unsure, the fear or anxiety of being unsure whether or not the whole place would be empty or would be full. But in comparison, he's using the shooting of in Texas at the guy, the crazy guy. No, he wasn't crazy though. He was a MK Ultra victim. Um, so, or was supposed to be and shit. He wouldn't even know that he was a victim, though. He probably would think he was an agent, right? Or so to speak, or maybe both. He would be an agent on the inside. They would create an agent. You know what I'm saying? How useful you would be, I guess, would determine what you're being used for and shit. I don't know. But so I put that together. I was like, so I was like, but I was fucking with him because of the way he thinks and shit. I was like, well, so you're a powerful psychic then, right? So then you're a psychomantis. Well, who's to say and what not to say that you didn't create the situation, right? Well, I'm not going to say it because I know how people-minded everybody you are. Not you, but in general people. But it explains itself. I didn't have to need to say nothing else. Nigga, this is the song, right? This is what's happening in Texas. This is you over here with your mind and shit in this banquet of fucking vastness and abyss, right? Darkness. So like you got the dark-eyed you and then you got the light-eyed you and shit where you see fluorescent light bulbs. Like when you have the dark version, everything's lit up. You see flashlights, just camera lights and fucking, things on stage and empty sets and shit like that, right? And then you have where it's populated, but the people are actually there, not just fucking puppets, right? Well, for me. So, yeah, psychomantis. I was like, nigga, you're a psychomantis. Now that would be a fucking crime of the century and shit, right? But it's for him to, I figured it could be possibly true, which is something that we, wouldn't find out for another 20 or 30 years and shit, right? But if it's not, then it's something to be greatly founded upon. And it should help you to create better music in the future, right? It's the fucking idea of expression right there, period. I think that would be dope. So I think consider that. You know what I'm saying? And if not, then he's a great artist, you know what I'm saying? Or if so, I'm like, well, damn, you know what I mean? You would be Mr. Glass. And I would have to be Bruce Willis, right? Which is perfect. Because now we can shoot a video where he's in a goddamn wheelchair with a crazy ass afro and shit looking fucking crazy in a comic book store, and I would have my fucking raincoat. Right? Perfect for me. Well, that's some funny shit, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'll be right back. That's what I was going to show you though. So also, it always looks like there's nobody in here, but see, this is where what it actually looks like, and then you're here, you're right there, you're building TV, see, and then if nobody says anything, it's sort of. It's all good though. Or just interesting people off doing whatever they're doing and want to think about some of the shit I'm talking about and whatnot. Maybe they might feel, if you're anything like me, then you don't really want to talk anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking. Or not. We're probably talking really. That's why I was thinking about synchronicity. So I was like, I don't know. Big curiosity. Some people want to see you fail. Some people would like to see you not doing anything. Some people think you're not doing anything. Other people are probably like-minded. Some are probably Wiccan, or some people are probably trying to communicate or whatever. Other people are probably listening to my goddamn microphone that, are bored. Some people probably just like what I'm talking about. but don't really want to talk about it. Some people want to figure out what's going on with them, but don't know how to ask people, so they rather listen. Not like I know. Everybody's journey could be different. It just is what it is. So I'm not really tripping like that too much. I appreciate your company. I thank you for coming by. I try to do more of this. I try to keep it. I don't know. I'm just who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be one way or another. Sometimes you'll catch certain parts of my personality where I'm more this or more that. You know, but that also is dictated by the level of response. You know what I'm saying? So, and the type of responses. I'm trying to get used to it. So when people try me, I don't blow up. I don't want to fucking hurt you. I don't want to, not like I'm more gonna hurt you or anything. But I just don't want to be that guy. I don't want to fucking think like that all the time. You know, I'm gonna be fucking, Mr. fucking Rachel Holland. That shit. Yeah. You looking bad. You looking bad. I'm trying something different though, man. I keep trying to fucking work it out differently. Try to smooth it out. Nature's guns. Oh, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, right, right, yeah. Yeah, nigga, I'd rather fucking, nigga, look, we can throw each other around a little bit, fucking forecast of rain and sunshine, nigga, you know what I'm saying? And fucking, you know what I mean? Learn some shit for each other, from each other, get up from it, be cool, whatever, you know what I mean? All of that. I'm on that. Fuck, I need to blow your brains out for. Even though, see, man, I got wrapped, so I have to control it a lot. I don't try to control it. I try to, I know he's there, so it's just there. I gotta get that shit. You know, it's like we're, you're more powerful and more poignant with when you got it under, when you got discipline. You know, I just, yeah, yeah. For sure. But I'm going for something different now. So I started getting big, right? But it takes a lot of resources to maintain a certain size, right? Because of my body going crystalline, um, I get bloated more so now. It's doing a lot of changing and stuff. So I've been spending more time on not digesting more fluids and less meat and things like that. Basically, little to no carbs, no sugar. And I don't really want to eat meat no more. So I'm trying to eat different stuff, and my body's trying to hang on to certain things right now. So it's just utilizing a lot of water right now. So it's just water retention, and it's about to fall off. But if you were to actually see how I look, like I'm wearing boxers right now. I don't, like I've showed you before, like my legs and shit. Like I'm actually like really fucking. Oh yeah, I'm strong. Yeah, for sure. Like it's like this is what I like. When I look at my arm, can't really see because of the light, but when I look at my arms, like and I can see all of that, right? And then come around the back of it, you can't really see right now. See, you know what I'm saying? I got all those muscle groups here, here. These look good. I got this split. I got that one here. But it's all solid. Like my arm is, the whole goddamn thing, all the way down here, all this. But hey, man, it's toughy in the center and shit. I'm trying to get the stomach off, which I'm not really worried about. I got a lot of that right now. But everything else, that's the last thing to go. My legs look fucking phenomenal. I can show you my fucking all the way up, hamstrings, all that shit. I finally turned the front of my leg and shit, and split into four different they split into four different muscle groups and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that Spider-Man shit, man. That's just the calves, dog. I want to show you, man, but I don't want my nuts to pop up. I want my nuts to show up uninvited and shit. Yeah, so plus I've been doing other shit, you know what I'm saying? So just putting things together, nobody's business and shit, but I got nobody what I got going on, But I got two different spots downtown. So, you know, whatnot. Working, I'm just trying to, not trying to, finna get back, nigga, trying to back, nigga, back, nigga. No, no, none of that. I'm just trying to be humble and shit and trying to, get my shit where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to get back into Maxim magazine. You know, you'll see, man. You're gonna see in a second. But this shit finna fall. But like I said, so maybe that's how I'm going with that. So um, I'm just changing the way I eat because it affects my mind. It affects the carnivorous part of me, eating meat and shit like that, digesting fear and all that. Oh, I said fear, like digesting, eating too much meat. But oh yeah, so I started getting big, like big, like no, like now I'm still the same size and shit, but I wanted to make everything tighter. You know what I'm saying? Like a little tighter, so my shoulders and shit still, so I keep they ain't pumped up like that right now. But yeah, they look good. So motherfuckers started hitting. I need to do a couple presses. I like to keep it. I want to keep. I'm not sure if I want to be. I need to be more athletic. I need to be able to jump higher. Basically, I want to be able to climb faster and jump higher. So I went from not being able to. I was big to the point where my arms were getting so goddamn big, and all this was so heavy and shit. The girls was looking and all. Oh, trying to get my attention. I'm talking about I had bras, man. They'd be in the goddamn restaurant eating. Take the motherfucking. I'm doing patrols and shit. Take the motherfucking chairs and take her and face the window. I want her. She still look good to me, but uh, yeah, but that's cool. But it's work and it's heavy and it constricts blood vessels. Like you get numbness and shit from having too much muscle on you. You know what I'm saying? You get circulation issues from having all that shit on. And then, I want to be. I like being fast. I like being fast. So I'm still fast. I was fast. I was fast. But now what I want to do is I'm gonna slim down. I'm gonna tighten everything up first, and then I'm gonna put more muscle on there first. I'm gonna burn the weight off first, and then do that. I've got enough muscle. I got enough of all this shit. And like I said, it costs money to maintain that shit. To eat 250, 200 grams of protein every day, and then trying to find a way to do it without eating meat because you don't want to eat animals no more. You kind of force yourself into a certain look anyway because you can't do it. Yeah, that's just protein. Now if I just eat just meat, just protein, yeah, it'll be cool, but I need vegetables and shit. So I eat broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and fish. Right now I'm just eating more salmon and fish. I'll have sausage and stuff sometimes, but man, my body's telling me not to fuck with eat no more. I don't want to eat no more, but I'm looking to gain a certain aesthetic appeal that overall it is. Overall, I won't be able to maintain because I don't want to eat that way. So I don't want to sit there eating fucking damn near 300 grams of meat every day. It's 1 gram per pound, so I'll be eating like 250 grams of protein every day. And muscle's heavy, y'all. But I know I made improvements regardless of, the water weight I'm carrying here because shit, I can go in the gym now and do, whereas I could do one pull up, that's how heavy I was. I can like one, maybe good ones. Now I can do, 10. Yeah, man, I don't like eating that much. My body's telling me not to eat that much. I need my stomach to shrink. I need it to become available. I want it to be available to me. I don't want it to be so used to being expanded like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it's gonna crave something, I need to crave vegetables. You know what I mean? So I tell my mind that. So that's why I look in the mirror and talk to myself. I look in the mirror and look myself in the eyes and talk to my subconscious mind too. And since we got aberrations, I just happen to have that. I might as well fucking communicate with them too, so we can get ourselves all on the same goddamn page. You know what I mean? Work for me, I'll work for you. You know what I'm saying? So shit. Talk about pronouns. How about we? We. fucking she, her, him. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is in gonna be in trouble. No motherfucking so let me get this right. You gonna let man, we're just going through what we're going through. It's just motherfuckers trying to find different ways of explaining how they feel psychologically and wanting to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? So think about how badly somebody wants to be considered to be sane, consider what they are and what they go through to be normal, to force on other people to that degree. You know what I'm saying? And look at if you think about the way the system is developed, they'll just beg like they don't want the problems because they want to keep collecting your money or whatever the fuck they need you to work for them. So they're no, this is what we're gonna do, all right? And then somebody help to make let it work for them. It's just I need to talk to Bill Gates. See, believe it or not, I'm like 99% sure that I can sit in a room with Elon Musk, Bill Gates, George Lucas, Eminem, fucking, who else would I think would be in a room like that? Let me see, Masters of the Universe and shit. Robert Downey Jr., of course. Scarlett Johansson, she would be there. Yeah. Well, he was pretty smart. His IQ, 180, right? What do you have? But see, that's not guessing though. He's in touch. He's in trouble. We probably couldn't tell nobody. Just throw him out. It's one thing to have a great mind, but it's a whole other thing to understand how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how my mind works now. That's the demon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. You see where that got him. He was too goddamn smart. It fucking depleted the rest of his goddamn fundamental ability to speak, walk, all of that shit. You see Sausage Party with that motherfucker, he's a piece of gum. I fucked up, man. What if they put his brain in somebody else's body now? He had to donate his mind to science. Why wouldn't he? The fuck you gonna do with it? Take my fucking brain, put it in there. He's a Palladian right now. They're gonna have Chris Tucker in it, and is he gonna lose some weight for it? There's no reason to have a last Friday movie. Make more. Why not? Why wouldn't you make more Fridays? I think you're gonna regret not making more Fridays if I want to be a Friday. How do I get in a Friday movie? I mean, cousin, look, I like an Ice Cube cousin. You know, little cousin. And shit, I can act like a motherfucker, for real. Give me that. Come on, Q. Shit. I ain't even look. I don't even need no fucking dialogue. Just be every fucking like this. You know who I still would have fucked? That damn hooker from the third one. The prostitute, the light skinned woman with the big hair. Love that shit. You know how to get at me. They know how to talk. That'd be sexy too, man. There's certain ones that look certain ways. I'll be like, yeah, you know what? But you like being you. You're not fronting like you're somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You told the truth, therefore I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Can't be extra though. Like that girl, what was my man? Was that Mike Jones on whatever that goddamn show is? I just seen a little clip of it on YouTube Shorts. And the girl was like, yeah, I be like the balls and the tank, and she on the goddamn ground shaking around. And then the other girl, she fucked it up. He was like, no, don't do that, don't do that. And she was like, well, how you like it? You see it? And she's like, well, what do you like? And she spun around for the nigga. Did all that shit. Dog, I told you. Anytime a woman turn around for me, I'm gonna drop her drawers right there. It's a wrap. I promise you. And she can't get away from me. My goddamn balls. So I'm in the counter with that shit. And don't let's be whipping up everybody around. If you let me do shit to you in front of other people, yeah, we might finish whatever we're doing here and shit, but look, I'll be the fucking pull my dick out on you and then put it back in my pants and walk away. All right, I'm out. Y'all niggas can have it. Let everybody else fucking rip you apart. Shit, I'm gone. I'm gonna go back in my room and fucking lay down. You can think about that shit for the rest of your life. Like you just embarrassed the fuck out of yourself. That shit's crazy. That's how you are. You think you want attention that goddamn bad? Man, you better go home and be with your kids, man. Don't be a mom, dog. For real. No, you losing out right here, out here. You're losing. I'm telling you right now. This is a fucking slippery slope you're on. Man, listen. This is a fucking slippery slope you're on. I'm gonna fucking be riding past you in the street with you looking all gaunt and shit. With your fucking clothes too big in a minute. Man, chill the fuck out. Yeah, look. Why would you want to fuck a guy for $10 million? I guess everybody would say whatever they would say until they're presented with the money, I suppose. If somebody put, I guess do what the fuck you want to do, bro. You want to fuck a man for $10 million? I mean, what does it mean to you? I mean, there's a little dick in an ass. You don't mind getting your fucking dick in some man's ass, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it depends on who you are, what it means to you, dog. You know, I'm really just not a, no. I'm really just not attracted to men. Like, I don't want to fuck you, bro. Just you put all that money there and then like, nigga, put your dick in my ass. I wouldn't even be able to get hard. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be able to like sit there fucking jerk when you couldn't. $10 million is $10 million fucking dollars. You gotta have standards though. But look, everybody has a price, I suppose. Now look, there's part of me that's like, well, $10 million. Well, I want to know about $10 million. But but you know what I'm saying? Okay, so think about this while you think about the $10 million what you spend on. Bro, first of all, nigga, you gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be the same after that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to grow accustomed to liking something that I'm already not really interested in doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you got a man's ass, right? A man's ass, looks like a man's ass, it's attached to a man's head, or a fucking haircut he got and shit, right? Balls and shit. And in the way a man's asshole looks. It just don't look the same, right? We all know that we all watch porn. You seen ball slapping ass, you got that fucking asshole. Everybody knows what Wesley Pipes' asshole looks like, right? Man's assholes look like dogs' assholes, right? And first of all, you got to keep in mind, remember that you're not supposed to be fucking an asshole anyway, right? But and then dirtiness, right? Cleanliness and dirtiness, right? Yeah, yeah. But you got to fucking enter into that, bro. You got sound, you got breathing, you got fucking lubricants, you got fucking wetness, moisture, smells, bro. You got smells and shit. You think you gonna pull your dick out of a man's ass and it's not gonna have a smell in there, bro? Come the fuck on, bro. You might want to do think about those things before you fucking go being like, I got $10 million though. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna work towards another goal. $10 million. You got his fucking legs up in the air, his fucking balls everywhere. You fucking squirting. Oh, he's fucking skiing on you. Yeah, but why? And also, even if I was going to falter by thinking like $10 million, I really need this money. I don't have any fucking thing. I would be wondering, why the fuck do you want to give me $10 million? The fuck you want to fuck me? What's up with that? What the fuck you want? What is it doing that I have that you want so bad? You know what I'm saying? And why wouldn't I be more? You'd be more dear to me, because it's so fucking important to you. Which means it's something I don't understand about the world. You know what I'm saying? So maybe question that first. Hey man, you know, nigga gonna pay you $10 million for his ass and yours. Why? What is it about my ass that's $10 million for yours? Hey man, that's what happens when you broke up. Why not just rob a nigga if you gonna do that? Break into his house instead of break into your ass. You know what I'm saying? I know $10 million is a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, you could also get AIDS, nigga. Well, if a motherfucker got AIDS, he would fuck with the ass. He's like, oh, but then the condom broke. Oh, the condom broke. He intentionally broke the condom. Now you got a hole, he pulled a dick out. A giant ass dick with a condom that's way the fuck down here, like pulled down like a sleeve on that motherfucker. Whoops. Did you come with me? You got a guy came in your ass, bro. Think about that. You gotta walk around like that. You got, you know, if you feel like you're sore all the way up to your goddamn lower abdomen, right? Every time you fart, right? If you can fart in the first motherfucking place, your fucking gland might be swollen. Fucking, you ain't did it for 3 minutes. You ain't did it. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to force myself to will myself. I'm trying to will myself to think that way, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to put myself in a position of where I would be when a motherfucker would come clawing at me talking about having fucking $3 million or $10 million to fucking want to fuck me in my ass, and then thinking, what would I do in that situation? Would I sit there and fucking drive myself to being a fucking front lineman for a fucking, fucking, bro, you cheap clap. All right, that wasn't so bad. I actually felt kind of good. See, I told you. Everybody sitting around, I told you. Dr. Dre and fucking them high-fiving each other and shit. Fucking some of this motherfucker. Indiana Jones is there. The nigga look like Indiana Jones with a goddamn hat on. He got a fucking whip and shit. You know? What the fuck is going on here? Doja Cat's there and shit for some fucking reason. Sitting there getting high, smoking a fucking glass pipe. Acting crazy as fuck. Some wild shit you got going on there, buddy. These fucking big triangles every goddamn where. Yeah. Dog, you think that Eminem would have sucked the dick and fucking got fucking his ass for his contract, or did he just fucking make his money? You know what I'm saying? You see, what does that say about Dre? I mean, because people talk shit about these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers, look, this is what I've been worried about this whole time. I'm like, dog, I'm really big fans of these people. I love these fucking people. I don't really know them personally, though. So it's like, what do I love with a fucking fictitious version of these people? Or were they brave enough to fucking, I'm not, first of all, I think so. I think maybe. Maybe he was, but that's the thing about artistic people and shit like that. I think that the exploration of being open-mindedness is, it can go either way. So some people become like that, really don't care. I can see that. I can see myself being a part of something like that. I can see me, but no. But, like, I don't know. I don't fantasize about the idea, but I am charismatic enough to enter into a room where shit would be going on and walk out. You know what I mean? Perhaps not that. I've never had anything like that going on around me. Not to my knowledge. I mean, people do weird shit, but they have their room for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to know about it, and I hope you can be quiet enough to keep it to yourself. But I don't. That's his business. I don't give a fuck about what Dre do in his private life. I give a fuck about him forcing on me. Like, damn, nigga, I get some fucking love and respect and gratitude for being a dope artist and goddamn work with you and shit without motherfuckers trying to fucking follow me. And he don't seem like that type of guy. So, you know what I mean? If that's what the fuck, whatever, bro. Nigga, he could be married to a man and fall apart. I don't give a fuck. Love your life, dog, but live yours. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck do I give a fuck? But also, I'm starting to hold people to what it is they rap about. So I think about that line when it was like, want to line my ass off all the time me and Dre fucking with hats on. Suck it, Marshall. But no, think about how brave of a motherfucker you are in order to put that type of stuff out there, right? So I want to be more like that. Like I want to be more open-mindedly, open-heartedly like that. I mean, like where I can talk that way about feelings or lack thereof, but being able to express yourself in a way that makes it humorous, but therapeutic, but not true, right? But being able to accept the fact that it's subjective and people will make assumptions however they will any motherfucking way, but being okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially for him in general. That motherfucker don't like people talking shit on him at all. Period. Nigga, you say anything about that nigga, I bet you sit there and dissect every motherfucking thing you say, especially if you're a goddamn rapper. What did you say about me? Like, no, well, listen. And you go back and listen to it again and shit like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hear my fucking raps though. I make dope shit. I got a fucking song with him in a minute. Well, it's me, but I'm like placating the whole role and shit. I'm actually the demon. I'm like, I have them on here, but I have to re-record them. But I have some of them on Thank you. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, but see, you've heard shit other people haven't heard yet, so you know what I mean? Yeah, masterful, masterful. But it's getting even better. Oh, man, I haven't checked Discord in a minute. I want to check it out. What do you have? Yeah, see, masterful. You know, I started to keep my computer plugged up to the internet now because every time I fucking get back on it, if I leave it on there for too long and go to sleep, I forget that it's plugged up. I'll come back and the microphone will be on and shit. I'm like, come on, man. You know, shit will be edited, uploaded somewhere. So I don't really give a fuck because ain't nothing there except for exponential shit. I even leave little bits of psychic connection for the motherfuckers that's getting ready to do that shit. They probably listen to it if I'm talking directly to them because I am. But it's not me, it's God. You know what I'm saying? It's funny though. It's really fucking interesting. Temptation is a motherfucker. Why can't you? I think you should be responsible with your energies, man. And not, bro, not people. What was that? I'm thinking about Orlando Brown just now. My bad. I had a motherfucker tell me we look alike. I was like, man, I like no goddamn Orlando Brown. Like, it's the fuck you do. Oh my god, that's the fucking love. Hey, look, Orlando Brown. Well, I guess we can see it a little bit. It's because we both black motherfuckers with light skin with brown heads. That's all. I like Orlando Brown. He's weird. You gotta stop letting niggas disrespect him though. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you gotta stop getting high first. You know how that go. You start getting high to a point where, you know, you become like a feather and shit, you get all light, you know what I'm saying? You spend more time in your head. So you assess the situation and you seeing it for what it is, but motherfuckers getting a little disrespectful or whatever, and you letting it happen because of the way you move it. It ain't that you ain't people and shit like that. Like, nigga, I'll kill you right now. Oh, yo, I didn't even know that. I'm gonna have to take a look. I'm about to check the weird DVD out. Well, it does have an eye on it, so it's probably in relation with my album too, me and Gutter's album. You know, time is a motherfucker, so time slippage, time passages, so things from the past tend to coincide with things from the future, and you know, in the present. I never listened to it though, but somebody tried to sabotage that album, so they moved it around and placed it somewhere else, changed the release date, changed the year on there, um, all types of shit. They sabotaged that whole thing. Fucking, you couldn't find it in certain places. It was in random ass places, but it still got what it was supposed to. Europe knows me very well. You know what I mean? Tons of people. Iceland, but only Americans do shit like that. Shit on actual talent and shit, you know, or actual artistry, because it's God. It's like, no, you don't really have the talent and shit, so you want to postpone realness for fake shit, and then you want to pick off of the realness and then try to make your shit real. Like, you're a maggot. You know what I'm saying? You are. You're a maggot. You eat dead flesh. You turn into a fly. Why is that? You can buy the real superpower, my superpower album. You can go to Best Buy and buy it right now. Go on Best Buy or go on FYE. Um, yeah, I'm sure I'll send you a copy. I got some signed copies around here somewhere. I got to go in a box. You know what I'm saying? I would call somebody and ask for one, but I don't really want to talk to them no more because of the last conversation I had. I'm like, you spending more time trying to figure out how to talk to me than you are talking to me. You're not actually listening enough to what I'm saying. He's like, oh man, you might as well, you ain't really working on me. Like, no, you don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm not making music like that no more. I'm making this. Then I fucking gave him some music, played it, and then it got quiet. And then I heard him. Find see what I can do. Let me talk to somebody. You can die. I can definitely make vinyls. As a matter of fact, I think I will do that. I'll put some more songs in there too, though. There's other songs that never made it on there. You know, I got to remake Star 69. Star 69 was a good song. It was a whole song real quick and shit. It was about eating pussy the whole song. It was a good song. You know, it was made pretty well. I like the beat a lot. It was kind of trip hopish. I believe Camille Zamatowski made it. Recently, it was called Bitch I'm Sorry. It was the 50 Cent's album. He was going to do it. I decided to use it. I would have much rather have had him on there. I still can do it. I got to find the beat again, though. But somebody wanted to get into my email. So when I changed my phone number, the phone number was still attached to some of my email. So somebody bought the phone number, got into the email, and then turned the phone so they could find what was in there. But it wasn't about the music; it was about the alien shit that got on there and the footprint for the gang stalkers that were actually in there that I was watching. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so they got in there and shit, and then I'm not sure who it got. Oh, full thank you. No, it's a good album, and then somebody, legendary, legendary. But so, somebody had changed. They had forwarded my voicemails to a different voicemail, so they could get into the voicemails, which is how they ended up meeting the girl I was talking to. Oh yeah, thank you. Because she was on drugs and shit, so they were like getting in there, getting people's phone numbers, and then setting up situations around them to get to them and shit like that. But I didn't want them to know that I knew, so I was just listening to the voicemails quietly. Uh, you know, like what the fuck is going on? Because whatever the fuck it was, nigga, I was gonna find out what it was regardless. Like, trust me, nigga, I'm a trippy ass nigga when it comes to playing roles. You know what I mean? It's crazy though. I think you know better than talk about me down there. Talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Why? Fuck you know about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's India, it's Malaysia too. Yeah, so they got this fake psychic program where they got these they're the nanobots in people's brains. So it's all smart dust. It's in everybody's head, in your body and shit, and it's being electrified or being using the 5G towers to facilitate its usage of data and shit. And then they're using they got I believe they have call center. I'm not sure, but they're sitting around with these fucking computers and shit, and they're talking into them, and then I'll show you some pictures. Yeah, yeah. I was able to get back into all my shit from AOL. I got everything I had attached to my AOL and shit. They couldn't get, so I was already, so as soon as they was changing everything, I was going back behind them and changing it. So then they tried to be slicker and then change the password to something similar and then change it back. So as I was trying to log in, they realized I was logging in and they heard and changed it back to the password so that they were accessing it through whatever password they had on there. And then right before I went to go log back in, based off of the data that says when I log in, off, I check my shit, they would go back and then change it back. But I caught it a few times. And instead, what I did was I just jotted down the IP addresses. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Oh, the authentication? At this point, it don't matter, bro. Your phone is fake. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It don't. It won't even matter because they cloned the phone. So, and most of them is niggas that was dealing with. Yeah, most of them. No, but that's true. But somebody will clone the phone and they'll have a duplicate of your phone number, so they'll get text messages like yours, which is why sometimes randomly you'll get a random text message saying for authentication coming to your phone about your login because they're trying to get it to come to their phone. You know what I'm saying? I let them do it. I don't even. I mean, it depends on you. The whole reason why I do it is for footprint. I guess it's for footprint for me. I keep all of that shit. I'm gonna cook your ass, nigga. I'm going to fucking deep fry you. You're cooked already. You don't even know. Well, you know now. I mean, of course you know. If you know. They're in the Emirates too. There's a lot of Arabians, Saudi Arabia are part of that shit too. That's the thing about trying to hook up to devices to motherfuckers. Like it's a two-way street. I'm trying to tell you, it's like I can see you. I don't like talking this way though, but I can see you. I see you on your couch. I see what you doing. You know what I mean? I'll be cooking niggas, bro. I got my fucking sunglasses on, my cigarette and shit. I got you on the fucking retard. Oh, you talking about human trafficking and shit, man. Yeah, you got an apple in your mouth, motherfucker. Apple. It's just funny. That's what happens when they group together and shit. They're all connected. You know what I'm saying? It's the funniest shit in the world. Yeah, yeah. Asia, Malaysia, India doing a lot of that shit. And then here, the cartel is part of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, let's just say the cartel, but also it's not really them per se.
it's certain human traffickers, but there are people out here who are posing as a cartel in order to hand that shit off to them. Yeah, you got up on the back foot with me. You're right, you did. So, yeah, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? When you make assumptions and shit, you're goofy. So, so yeah, so they pump fake and shit, and they're really secretly part of an armada of brainwashed people who who've had artificial intelligence installed on their minds, so they think they're operating to themselves, but they're really being operated on and by something else. The rest of it is draconian. You know what I'm saying? So they not underdeveloped. Nigga, they got money. They got resources, for sure. The people don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? And some people, some areas are more, they have, yeah, they don't give a fuck about the people like that. Ultimate greed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then the people let's say you would be like, no, if I was a motherfucking celebrity, a real famous motherfucker like that, I would be fucking afraid to go around with you. I mean, I would be worried about coming around because they would always be plotting on you, planning on you, wanting something from you, wanting to be the one motherfucker that you slept with, or you know what I'm saying, or the motherfucker who gave you a gift, or just something like that, because they get everything they want, so they don't know how to appreciate anything. You know what I'm saying? Like the scarred shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? So they would have that fake love look, so their eyes be always dark and glossed over and shiny. Just, hey, you know? And I really would hate to get that from a rich motherfucker. How are you not out of money yet? You know, so people probably get into human trafficking shit. They got to keep making money. They don't know how to make money. They don't know how to spend money. Cut some motherfuckers up. You know? No, think of it. When you resort to shit like that, you are like the bottom of the fucking, you're the bottom of the bottom. You gotta do that, you are the bottom of the fucking bottom, man. You know, this. I gotta live. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. Maybe you should put your fucking money into fucking cloning fucking organs or some shit like that instead of fucking, what's it called? Stem cell research instead of goddamn gambling, bitch. $1,000 stakes, you fucking moron. It's time for you to go, bro. Time for you to go. Weird ass motherfuckers, man. Weird ass motherfuckers. It's time for all of them to go. Can't wait. It's great. You know what I'm saying? They evacuate. Motherfuckers trying to evacuate the planet right now with shit. It's funny though. It's funny though. You gotta see that shit. You know? Speaking different languages and shit. Niggas get mad when they speak a different language. I don't really know. I don't really know about Biden. He's not human. That's not him. I think maybe he's on fucking house arrest or goddamn or a ventilator somewhere, and they got somebody with a mask on parading this him. That might be goddamn Jim Carrey being funny. And anytime he's on stage, he just turns around, and stares into space. That's actually Jim Carrey fucking with them for having him go. They paid him to go in there and be him for a while and shit. Cause he's old, man. He can't, he probably don't have the help to keep doing all that shit. But I will say, anytime I see him near with a girl, and he turns and he automatically starts walking that way, that's when I recognize that he wasn't himself. He was somebody else. Yeah, he ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? There are more candidates besides these two people. I don't think that's him. Yeah, so whenever I see him turn and start walking towards somebody and we're doing all that shit, it's like, well, we got you after lunch. It's not lunchtime yet. Fucking so on and so on forth, and then they provide him with a fucking hefty childlike steak. You know what I'm saying? Or a child to groom and eat, rape and eat and shit like that. Maybe, but I think that that's a reptiloid. I think it's. when I look at my see, you know, the ones with the big fucking hands, like they got like you see, what's that, Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell? Those. That's what I see up there. I could be wrong, but that's just what it looks like. Like he's walking towards him and shit. Like he's like zoned out, which means he's completely drawn to its energy and shit. He can't help himself. So if it ain't him, if it is him, he's been assimilated by something else. So besides that, I don't follow his policies, his politics and shit like that at all. You know, I know it's not here to help me. You know what I mean? I don't really think about none of that shit. I see that shit, I'm like, I mean, but if you want to go, I think that he's trying to systematically destroy the country. I think that whatever the agenda is, he's following it. Whether or not he personally is in on it or that's his intention, irregardless, he's just going. You ever see when he's talking? He does. He seems like he would like to be solid. They would kill him as soon as he got in there. As soon as he would reach, I mean, that's no reason for him to stop doing what he's doing. He should keep trying. They got most odds against him, and mainly because of his voice. You know how people are. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I would play into that if I was him. Yep. I would get a fucking, I mean, maybe not a whole gesture hat, man. I might get a bail. You know? Make that shit funny a little bit. You know, hey, look, Halloween's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Or wait till like around Comic Con time and shit, and then do Darth Vader, something. Do some character and shit. Wear a mask, or like wear a fucking Darth Vader T-shirt or something like that. You know, make motherfuckers, you know, they have to win them over that way. Be more funny and shit. I don't know. He probably wouldn't talk about it. Maybe he would. I don't know. He might be becoming worrisome in his older age and shit. You know? Because you're always trying to dethrone him. You're always trying to fucking call him, to say he's not who he is or where he's at. Not like I'm trying to fucking big you up like that. But big him up. He didn't let them use that. He actually had a complaint about that. That's why he had it in their campaign. I don't remember that. You may be privy to some of that I don't know about. I'm pretty sure that he made sure to tell them not to do that because he does not sponsor them at all. He's like, nigga, don't do that. We would have to look into that because I don't, you know. Man, at this point, I think he's amassed enough wealth, maybe, to where he can speak more of his mind. But it depends on who he's speaking more for. He's speaking for you or he's speaking for them. But you know, man, at some point in time, you get tired of fighting, so or you get wore out. So, like, maybe it'd be best for him not to approach the bench like that. You know what I'm saying? And do it fucking. I mean, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, though. And that's where music and politics separates itself again. The rest of these motherfuckers is Clone War, clone troopers and shit. So, this is just the best way I can verbalize myself while being on a public platform. Right? Maybe if we were more private, we could talk better. There's only so much you can do like this and shit before they fucking cut my goddamn cable cord. You know, these motherfuckers cut my cable cord before? You know what they did was they went in my backyard. At the time I was I don't remember that. I do. I remember hearing this before, and I remember doing a little, looking it up a little bit, and that not being the case, but that appearing to be the case, and somebody using that, and him actually uh, filing a cease and desist order. Is it still there? Are they still using it? Yeah, okay, see you now. Enough of this shit. Yeah, whatever. Shit, just talk. Yeah, he's bigger though, man. Why is it so hard to make this the biggest part of your motherfucking arm? You know what? I've seen you talking about that. Remember we were talking about playing Hitman. You said you wanted me to play Hitman. And then I seen you playing Hitman. And I was like, I played a little bit of it. But you know what? I find it's like it takes a certain level of patience to get into that game the way you want to. You got to really sink into that fucking game, like in the world, in order to get through it. And then it's just different, you know, different levels. Everything has to go to a beaker's got to fucking change and equalize and shit before you can play that game right. And I just been, you do. I don't like waiting a lot. Well, I like to, well, I do and I don't. It depends on how I want to play it. But if I want to do that, I want to do it in VR. That way I can just be myself. Or I can just go and I can talk to y'all or whatever the fuck, or act like I'm on the phone. And then what'll happen is the your messages will pop up in the corner and you be like the guy in the chair. Yeah, 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 on PS4. But it looks horrible. It looks shitty as fuck. So I'd rather play the VR2 version, which they didn't make. They skipped straight to Oculus Rift and completely negated to fucking hook this one up. I'm wondering if they're gonna backtrack and then put it on here after they do whatever they do for that new system they're putting out. But it really should. I want the left and the right hand. Nigga, you better get your ass on Facebook Marketplace or offer up like I did. Think I'm gonna spend my money on this shit? I got the VR, the controllers, the PS5, and yeah, the headset for 600, like 620 total. Yeah, right. I'm like, man, I give you three for this. I give you three, I give you two 60 for that. I'm like that one. Could have got it cheap. Oh, no, bro. You should just, the free one, somebody probably stole it. Sony's been usually pretty good about that. Yeah, man, I can plug that into here, but this is the thing, though. You can hook the old one up. When it don't upscale it, it don't look better. You know what I'm saying? It still looks just as bad. Because I want to play squadrons. I like playing squadrons on that shit. I mean, it's just lazy out there. You know, but I mean, they got to keep you coming. They got to make you buy the new stuff. But I mean, they charge too much for it. You know, I don't know the whole marketing strategy and shit, but I want to talk to somebody who works in what is it? What is it? Yeah, man, that's crazy. But if you want to have a new shit, if you like technology like your ass technology, and nobody want to know. Some white girls just look good, man. You know what I mean? Just look good, give a different type of look, like redheads, like naturally born redheads and shit. It's a different type of white woman. No, I wouldn't consider them white. Like something different. It's sexy as hell. It's alien to me. It is though. It's not from here. It is and it ain't. They're ants somewhere else, and we get along. I'm telling you, we get along. We try not to, but we do. And Native Indians are in there somewhere too. We all paint them the goddamn walls. So we should be fucking forecasting before us much sort of like ancient. Something like, I need my shit. I'm going back to where the fuck I came from. Like, yeah, wait, you look different. Hey, you know, when you get your mind memory back, and then you go like, hey, we were waiting for you to fucking show up. Hell yeah. I'm in GTA 6. You know, I'm gonna have a ball playing that shit. Some people are gonna go straight to online. I'm not. I'm gonna play through the story. Hey man, well, they said they work with me. You know, but I miss their email sometimes. But they'll email me and shit or say something to me. It's like, dog, people be hating on me, dog. I was getting messages on Rockstar. They came here and asked me, do you check your messages on fucking Rockstar? I tried to check my messages on Rockstar. I got fucking locked out of my fucking account. My password got changed. Then my email got changed. So if you've been trying to get in contact, hey, I bought my shit. It's shit. Gangsters who bought my shit, them, they know that shit is bananas. Ras Cass on them. Necro's people did not like my hook. Well, I was like, man, I want to get Necro on this song. Well, they was like, we're going to put Necro on this shit. I'm like, Necro like this beat. I want to do something different. Like, let's all try something different. So it's like rock and roll. And, but I wanted to make it kind of grunge like, and then, you know, change up the formula for what we was used to hearing from anybody. And then it was good. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? The hook. No. That'd be nice. But no, man, see, that's one thing I miss. I miss being able to go into a studio with fellow creators and make music together. It's the best way to do it, the fastest way to do it. It's more intricately laid, more creative. We get to spot each other. You know what I'm saying? And nobody uses each other's lines. I mean, well, for the most part, nobody like lays into the line unless you know, like not like no, say this instead. But it might be just a small change. Like you might go say have, I say what's not right, but it'll lead it somewhere else. Instead of going, and then you go somewhere else. Like, oh, I like that shit. You know, that's dope, man. Because look, I'm about to say this. And that kind of goes together with these two things. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that's the best way to work. You can sit in the triangle. You know. You know, it's what all this working electronically shit is what takes away from, you know, Gandalf the Grey and shit. Who ain't all bad, by the way? You know, you want to learn something? You know, but then they'll, hey man, you know, make you an offer you can't refuse. I'm not doing that, though. I promise you that. It's like, hey, look, I don't give a fuck what level of sway or how many fucking demons you send my way, Lilith, any motherfucking body. Look, I'll fucking sit down sometimes and I'll feel something moving around under me. So I don't know who the fuck that is or what they're doing and shit like that. So what I end up doing is they happen to remove the fucking whatever the fuck it is. Like, bro, listen, man, you just don't understand. And then and what's really going to happen is you're going to piss me off. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be in my presence when you start playing with fire and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be surrounded by goons and opportunity, nigga. Really, it's just fucking wild, bro. And niggas who just don't know how to accept no for a fucking answer and sit around doing weird shit with these cult-like fucking followings and doing this, bro. Fuck off with that bullshit. What don't you understand? They really don't, nigga. No, really, nigga. No, all that, man. Weird niggas, man. No, listen, I'll suffocate your ass, nigga. What you talking about, man? I'll find the biggest condom I can find and put it over your motherfucking head. Bitch, you smell like not out till 9. Bitch ass nigga, fuck wrong with you, dog? You smell like spermicide, nigga. Fuck wrong with these motherfuckers, man. Weird as fuck. Oh, really, man. You know, can't be nice to these motherfuckers at all. What do you understand? I outweigh you by far. I even fucking crush you, man. Oh, crush your goddamn head on my foot, bro. Stop. You know, you're not be puny for that. You know, fucking like killing a small fucking. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, man. Fuck. Retarded motherfucker. Killing you with that shit. No. I almost expect to see a little fucking. Yeah, for like 3 fucking hours straight, it's like that. This doesn't mean anything, okay? I'm fucking with you. Yeah, nice talking to you, bro. About to fucking do something, I guess. I was planning on doing that more. I'm sick of this fucking song. Not sick of it. I gotta write to it. I gotta write more of it, but it sounds good the way it is. It sounds good the way it is. I just gotta make it flow better so it sounds more written. But I like when it sounds freestyle. It's better. It's actually better, but you know. Anywho, yeah, I'm done with this shit too, man. Nice talking to you. Good greetings, folks. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, no. I sent one song off to somebody to mix it. I'm trying to mix it myself. I guess I don't really have what it takes. Uh, uh, I sent it to somebody else to mix it. They threw reverb on it, and I don't know why the fuck they would do that. I was like, yo, no, man, I want it to sound more full, more professional. Like, you can do it from where you are with what I provided for you. It's so simple to do, but if you don't really feel like doing it, which, you know, I sent it to 2 different people. One person's probably still working on it. But, you know, I'll figure it out. Either way, the work got to be done. That's true, but not really. I know professional mixing motherfuckers in the hood that do great jobs, that make my shit sound better than your shit by far, and don't even, you know what I'm saying? But you want to pay people for their time. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you pay people for their time. But also, I'm doing mixtape shit and original shit at the same time. So I got to pick and choose what I want to be mixed and mastered. You know, it's for you to just listen to. I'm tired of not putting nothing out though, but I have to learn how to do it myself because motherfuckers are intentionally trying to create roadblocks for me. You know what I mean? It's not mixing, it's not exhausting, it's distressing, but not to the point where I just don't want it to affect my creation of music. I could make that type of angry fucking flaw of music, but it's going to get away from what I actually want to put out, which is more endearing to me than that. So, whatnot, it's like that. Yeah, so it's patience is what I got to develop. All right now.
All right, man.